I have 3 kids with my uncle. My mother's the youngest and she has 2 older brothers. Let's start back when I was 8. When I was 8 years old, I knocked over my mother's favorite vase on accident. She was running around the house. She had tears in her eyes. She was distraught. She was scattering, trying to put the pieces back together. My mother never acted like that about me. Every day in my mother's household, I was verbally abused, physically abused. It was hell. It went from me accidentally knocking my mother's vase over to me purposely busting out windows in the household, to me slashing my mother's car tires, to the point where my mother had to call the police for me acting out. But for some reason, she didn't want me outside of her household. My mother would tell the cops she felt safe because they would ask her, does she feel safe? They would come in.
Hey TikTok, so we finna do a client horror story. So let me tell you the backstory. This girl, she is a friend of my friend. Like, I've literally been out with her, like been places with her and shit, like multiple times. So like I'm like, okay, like I know her, right? So basically, at like August 4th, she texts me, "Hey Kendra, do you have any squeeze-ins? Like, I'm finna promote this girl brand, and I want them to part with curls." I was like, "Hey, yes, you can come tomorrow. Just come drop your wig off and send your deposit."
When y'all be getting cheated on and shit, and you find out about it, why y'all be starting shit and picking shit and fighting on the girls? Why y'all don't never be warming y'all niggas y'all up? The nigga never in fucking trouble. And you just out here fighting 10, 15 hoes. Because when you don't do nothing to him, he gonna keep on doing it. It might not be with the same bitch, it'll be with another bitch. So you just gonna keep fighting hoes and fucking this nigga. Let me tell you something. I had one.
I'm only telling TikTok this, so don't go telling no fucking body. But story time about the time my baby daddy came and whooped me and my husband ass. At the time, my husband wasn't my husband. I had just got out of a relationship with my baby daddy. Mind you, I had moved into a new apartment to get away from my baby daddy. And then I end up taking him back and moving him in because I was sad and alone on my birthday. That's literally why. I didn't have no friends, no family, and no money because I spent.
So, yeah. The preview probably already told you these stories are messed up. But trust me, that was nowhere near the craziest one. Quick thing before we start. Like the video, subscribe if you're new. It takes 2 seconds and it helps me out a ton. Cool. Let's get into it.
Hey TikTok, so we finna do a client horror story. So let me tell you the backstory. This girl, she is a friend of my friend. Like, I've literally been out with her, like been places with her and shit, like multiple times. So like I'm like, okay, like I know her, right? So basically, at like August 4th, she texts me, "Hey Kendra, do you have any squeeze-ins? Like, I'm finna promote this girl brand, and I want them to part with curls." I was like, "Hey, yes, you can come tomorrow. Just come drop your wig off and send your deposit." For her deposit, the deposit is $20. She was like, "Oh, I don't got it on my car. Can I come drop it off in cash when I drop my wig off?" And I was like, okay, sure." So she was like, "Oh, I only got $18. I don't feel like going to the bank, taking out the rest of the money. I'll just pay you the rest, like with my hair." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So she dropped her wig off and everything. I was like, "What style you want?" She said, "I'm gonna part with curls," and I told her 25 extra for the curls. So she was like, "Okay, that's fine." So mind you not finna ask nobody for a squeeze in if you don't know how much they price is. Bitch, if I was charging $200 for what she knew, like she knew my prices. She knew I charged $125 for new wig install, and then her adding on those curls made it 25 extra, and that's $150. So keep that in mind. You're not going to ask nobody their prices. I mean, nobody for no squeeze in if you don't know their prices. So boom, she come, she loved her fucking hair. I did her hair, she loved her fucking hair. She like, "Kendra, ain't nobody ever did my hair this good." Like, she like, "I'm finna cry, bitch. I can literally insert the fucking videos and all, but she like, "I'm finna cry, da 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 da." I'm like happy with her, bitch. Like, I'm happy, my client happy, the fuck. So mind y'all, this where it goes up. I usually accept the money before, but I'm like, okay, I know her, so I'm like, I'm not gonna really like, bitch, I know she got my money on some shit, you feel me? So boom, the end of her appointment come, she give me the money, and like I just placed it on my desk, and I go use the bathroom, and then I come back, and then that's when like she's finna leave. So I'm like, okay, cool, because she was trying to send me the videos because we did content and she couldn't really send me the video. So I'm like, okay, cool, it's fine, it's whatever. That's when boom, when she left, I counted the money. I seen she only gave me $100. So mind you, she left her charge too. I was like, hey, and I'm gonna insert fucking shit in this video because the fuck. I'm like, hey, you left your charger and you shorted me $30. She was like, oh, I thought the deposit come out. So the install is $125 plus that $25. Take away the $20 deposit, that's $130. Mind you, if we being honest, bitch, you only gave me $18, so you really owe me $132, but I wasn't being petty by them little $2. But if anything, that's my money, bitch. The fuck. But mind you, I wasn't getting petty about it. She was like, oh, okay, I just paid my insurance. Can I pay you back Friday? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? The one time this happened and I like take the money after thinking I know this bitch is shit, this one happened. Mind you, this would never happen with none of my other clients because I always take the money before. So this would never have happened with any other of my clients. So this one, boom, the day come. She didn't even text me when the day come. I had to text her. I gave her to like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. I think, or like 12. And I was like, hey, are you going to be able to send the money? She had sent like a screenshot. She was like, hey, no, like something going on with my bank. I'm on the phone with them right now. I was like, hey, okay. So then later I had to text her again, like later, and I was like, hey, would you be able to send it now? I don't know if she responded or not. I'm going to just put the screenshot in. This is what she said. Then I text her like 2 other times, like trying to get some updates, and she did not fucking text me back. I'm like, what the fuck? So then, mind you, her appointment was August 5th. August fucking 10th come. I'm like, girl, cause bitch, why the fuck are you not texting me the fuck back? The fuck? If I did a service for you, I want how much that motherfucking service was. I don't give a fuck. So boom, that's when she so-called herself cussing me out. How are you cussing me out because I'm asking you about my money? Like, I can see if she was giving me updates and shit. This hoe was not giving me no updates or nothing. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, what else am I supposed to do? So then I had text her a whole paragraph back, and then that's when she was like, oh, she didn't never respond, right? So then that's when days go by. I text her again this Friday. I don't know when that was, but this Friday I text her again, no response. Mind you, she's posting this stuff. She got her makeup done. She's posting this stuff, and she's not fucking responding, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So I see this bitch. I'm on my TikTok stories. I see this bitch post a motherfucking story. I'm like, what the fuck? So she posting the money. Okay, so y'all, she posted a story yesterday. She was spreading like $2,000, $3,000 in the money spread. And I responded to the story. I was like, hey, could you send me my money? Mind you, she didn't respond. But y'all, I'm gonna do a part 2. I'm gonna go do hair. I'm gonna go do a part 2 later. Don't mind my hands, I just got done doing hair. But welcome to part 2. Tell me if I'm wrong. So a lot of y'all might call me unprofessional for this, but like at this point I felt like she was playing with me as a person, because mind y'all, I know this girl. I've been out with this girl. I consider her as an associate. Like, I've let her borrow like my slides and stuff. Like, at this point she's not even like a regular client. She's trying me as a person. So like I said, when I seen that video of her spreading the money, I responded to the story and I said, hey, can you send me my money? She did not respond. I gave her like 4 hours. Then that's when I proceeded to go on my notes and I posted, why people who owe me money posting money. And I feel like I ain't say nothing wrong, because why the fuck is people that owe me money posting fucking money? The fuck? So she seen it like 30 minutes later, and she responded and she said this. Pause and read. And I feel like for her to do all of that, like I didn't give her 2 weeks to give me $30 is fucking insane. And she also said this. Pause and read. Mind y'all, she said she was just finna text me to Apple Pay me. She would have been did that. She seen me fucking text her. When she got that money, she would have said, hey, Kendra, I got your money. She wasn't finna send shit. What the fuck? And for her to be texting like I'm the one in the wrong is fucking insane. Like, what do you mean, do me something about it? About $30? About $30 fucking dollars? So once she started talking to me like that, I'm like, oh, fuck that shit. All that shit out the motherfucking window, bitch. And I got on her motherfucking level. But I should never did that, because at the end of the day, I'm better than her. Me and her not even on the same level. Bitch, we're the same age and I'm doing way better than her. I could care less. It's just the principle. In my head, me exposing her, that's my $30. I don't even want the $30 no more. This is my $30. So boom, we was just going back and forth, and then she said she wanted to fight me. How you want to fight me because I wanted updates about the money I was supposed to get when I did your hair back August 5th? And she said I took it to the internet for no reason. I mean, you're not texting back. You're not giving me no updates. I mean, obviously, you was never planning on giving me the money. So, yes, I took it to the internet. People need to be aware of you. The fuck? I don't care. And I took it to the internet because I wanted to. And I could. So, basically, what I was saying to her, it touched her little heart. And she want to fight me over $30 that she owed me. How you want that? How that even make sense?
So my cousin whipped her bully ass on Monday, and that shit was rightfully fucking deserved. My cousin was getting bullied by this girl named Susie Q, who apparently tried to push her down the stairs, kissed the boy that she liked, and she swapped her apple juice for Pete. So when me and my little sister heard that, she had to fucking go, bro. So what did my sister do? Trained her for 6 hours and told her Monday morning, you put in that work. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm excited for an update. I'm hoping for an update. I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. But imagine my surprise when I get a phone call. It's 10 a.m. I'm at my day job. I look at that shit. Chicago Public Schools. I said, I said, yo, this mom, what's good with you, G? I said, you have a cousin named British? I said, yeah. Well, there was just an incident between your cousin British and a certain girl named Susie, and we called your aunt. She said that you're the next of kin because she can't get off work for the next hour. So we need you to drop what you're doing and come to us right away. Gang, so immediately I hop in the Jeep like a bat out of hell, lead foot, zoom across town, 15, 30 minutes, right? Gang, so I get up in the office. I get up in like the office, and the principal's office is like the office in the back of the office type shit, right? So when I get up in the office, it's like this heavy set, like older white lady, and her name was Luann. It said it on the desk. So I'm like, oh, hey, Luann, I'm Ma. Nice to meet you. I'm here because the principal called me. She says, oh, are you British's cousin? Yes. Okay, one moment. So as I'm standing there waiting on Luann to come back to like send me to the principal office type shit, I'm standing there and like this tall ass like 5'11" Amazon white woman with ginger hair walks in with her daughter who's on crutches. Okay, cool. And she had like a little southern twang to her. She said, hey, sweetheart, do you know where I could find like the principal? I said, oh, she right there. She says, okay, cool. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Like, it's just been a heck of a day. They called me down here. I don't know like what all this hoopla is about. Like, I'm just ready to go back to work. She was a very sweet lady. Her daughter, she was on crutches. I'm like, what happened to you? She says, you know, sometimes you just slip and you fall. I said, you know what? And it's okay, little girl. You get back up. She says, exactly. Very sweet, very wholesome interaction, right? And then here comes Luann. She says, Ma, they'll see you right now. I said, cool. Gang, as I'm walking down this long ass hallway, all I hear is a certain loud echo of a voice that sounds all too familiar. Cause all I hear, ain't this supposed to be a school? Ain't we supposed to be teaching the kids? Ain't we supposed to be providing academics? Why the fuck ain't my little girl in class learning right now? Bringing me down here for this bullshit. You got some fucking nerve, Fitzgerald. In that moment, I realized I don't need to be in the room to know Miss Fitzgerald got my auntie fucked up, bro. I get up in there, open a little wooden door. The door's closed. You would thought the door was open. And I see the scene, bro. You got chairs to the left, chairs to the right. It's clearly given that's where like the children who be in discipline sit. And you got the fucking principal's desk right there. The principal is sitting down. Miss Fitzgerald sitting down, old white lady, strings on her fucking glasses, curly hair, and standing over Miss Fitzgerald is my fucking auntie, who happens to also be a former law enforcement. But my auntie is still very much a reformed street nigga, so she got the best of both worlds. And because of that, my auntie is standing over Miss Fitzgerald. And then you got the nerve to call me talking about your daughter and Susie Q got into it. Let me see what the fuck this Susie Q look like, huh? I need to see what the fuck she look like. And what, matter of fact, hold on. She looked at my cousin. She said, what the fuck this girl been doing to you? Tried to push me down the stairs. She kissed the boy that I like. We was in gym class and she moved to dodgeball, even though we weren't even playing dodgeball. And one day I was drinking apple juice and she switched it for a pee. You was drinking what? And she did what? One day I was drinking apple juice and she switched it for a pee. She said, no, speak up. One day I was drinking apple juice and she switched it for a pee. Pee! Oh no, Miss Fitzgerald, where's this little girl at right now? I need to see her. I need to see her mama, her daddy. I don't give a fuck. I need to see her preacher. I need to see the midwife that gave birth to the bitch. I need to see whoever the fuck represents her and her clique right now. That's a direct quote. I said, oh my God, not the midwife who gave birth to the bitch. That's crazy work. Miss Fitzgerald stands up and she yells down the hall. She says, Luann, you can send him in now. And gang, I fucking kid you not. Coming down the hallway, I look to my motherfucking left. And why is it that same 5'11" Amazon woman and her little sweet fucking daughter who's on crutches? I said, I look at her, she look at me. Me and the mama's making eye contact like this. We just hit it off 2 minutes ago. She says, oh, what are you doing here, sweetheart? I said, that's my little cousin. What you doing here, ma'am? She says, oh, well, this is my daughter, Suzanne. I'm Linda. And we were called down by Miss Fitzgerald, apparently because some girl British has been bullying my daughter. And gee, when I tell you, as shocked as I was, I looked dead at my auntie, and my auntie said, bullying, you say? Ha ha! She says, well, Linda, I'm Lala. Nice to meet you. Let's sit down and have a talk, shall we? Here go Linda being like, yeah, we should. Now my auntie and fucking Linda got an ISO so it don't even feel like no one else is here, bro. My auntie immediately was just like, you know what? I got better shit to do. So from what I heard, your little demon spawn of a child has tried to get my daughter to drink pee, to go flying headfirst down a fucking flight of stairs, to get hit in the face with a dodgeball, and she kissed the little boy that she liked. So as far as I'm concerned, we gonna need an apology, or you could just see us outside. That shit didn't faze Linda at all. Linda says, everything you said your little girl said that my daughter did, your daughter did. Now Miss Fitzgerald's like, okay, everybody calm down. I'm gonna call the security guard in. Security guard comes in, bro. Miss Fitzgerald says, all right, Miss Rodriguez, can you tell everybody what happened? She says, yeah, it was like a passing period, and I saw British. British was going to the bathroom. Right behind her, on crutches, going to the bathroom, was Susie. I'm passing through the bathroom because I know the two of them had some issues in the past. And when I'm passing through the bathroom, first thing I hear is, you think because I'm not on these crutches, it can't get like that? Because I'm telling you right now, I'll swing one of these and it go right upside your head. So now I look over at Susie. I said, oh, that's how you moving on them crutches? She's like, I didn't say that. And then Miss Rodriguez was like, I'm not done. She said, then I heard another voice say around the lines of, well, if you swing that crutch, you might end up on wheels next time. I knew my cousin had this shit in the bag because my cousin sits up and she says, first off, since you want to hobble on your one foot, let me stand on my two good feet. Y'all want to know how she ended up on crutches? Because she was fucking with a different girl, and that little girl tripped her down and said she bust her shit. She ain't fucked with that girl since, so she been fucking with me. And let's be real clear about what actually happened. You came in the bathroom behind me, talking all that riffraff, poking me in my chest. And when you poked me in my chest, it became real clear to me. Like my cousin said, you're nothing but a freaking bully. And bullies are nothing but bitches in disguise. And guess what? You thought you found a bitch. You thought I was a bitch. And then guess what? I found a bitch in you. I snatched your little crutch, sure I did. And then I kicked your other little crutch, sure I did. And then you tried to punch me, hobbling on one knee. And just like when my cousin taught me, I caught your arm, I bit you like I bit my cousin, and then I grabbed you and I threw you on the ground. And when we went to the ground, guess what? I got down there with you. And you was over there trying to get on top of me, do all this little swing. Guess what I did? That arm that's in a sling, spin move, arm bar, stupid. Yeah. And guess what you were doing? Tapping out, stupid. Yeah. Oh my God, British, it hurts so much. Oh my God, British, please let me go. Oh my God, British, I'll never do it again. I'm so sorry for everything. No, bitch. No. Don't talk to British. Keep talking to God. Maybe he'll help you, because right now you're stuck with me. I'm over here like, British. She said, oh, I'm not done. She's like, then she's talking about I hurt her bad foot. No, bitch, I have a heart. I didn't hurt your bad foot. I went for your good foot. That's what I did. Because I said, why have one bad foot when you can have two? And since we want to pick and choose what we tell Miss Rodriguez, I think it's funny that you forgot to mention that the only reason that she even has a black eye is because when you broke us up, you grabbed me off her. You said, British, that's enough. And guess what? When I said, you're right, I gave her a crutches. What did she do, Miss Rodriguez? Oh, yeah, she did do something. What did she do, Miss Rodriguez? Yes, she spit on you. Yes, for the people who didn't hear, Miss Fitzgerald, Principal Fitzgerald, Mom, Linda, she fucking spit on me. The law of equivalent exchange says if you take from me, I must take from you. An eye for an eye. You spit in my eye, you get hit in your eye. And with all that to be said, do I feel bad? No, I will do that shit again. Now the principal, Miss Fitzgerald, looks at my cousin. She's like, British, are you telling me you're not even like a little bit remorseful? Like not even at all? My cousin looked back at her. She says, Miss Fitzgerald, what I got to be remorseful for? She says, because violence doesn't beget violence. She says, oh, like turn the other cheek. Yes, like turn the other cheek. I got my cousin goes, she said, first off, I tried to be Dr. King. And like my cousin said, I ran out of cheeks to turn. I turned the left cheek, got slapped. Turned the right cheek, got punched. I ran out of cheeks to turn. I ran out of F's to give. So she effed around and she found out. And she's lucky that I didn't let my cousin come up here, because my cousin would have had her on her head with 2 bad knees rolling down the motherfucking street. Now, y'all figure it out. You do what you do, but I'm leaving. And then she fucking storms out the office, G.
When y'all be getting cheated on and shit and you find out about it, why y'all be starting shit and picking shit and fighting on the girls? Why y'all don't ever be warming y'all nigga jaw up? The nigga never in fucking trouble. And you just out here fighting 10, 15 hoes. Because when you don't do nothing to him, he gonna keep on doing it. It might not be with the same bitch, it'll be with another bitch. So you just gonna keep fighting hoes and fucking this nigga. Let me tell you something. I had one nigga in my life. And this since I moved to Dallas. This wasn't even my nigga. This was just a motherfucker that I was fucking with. This story where I'm finna say, it was just a nigga I was fucking with. Now, me and my good girlfriend done pulled up on the block and shit. Everybody out there, they out there shooting dice or whatever. This nigga was standing to the side by his motherfucker self. Everybody out there know I be kicking it with this nigga. You know, they out there shooting dice, he standing to the side. Mind you, he had already called me earlier and I couldn't answer. And so I called him back and he didn't answer. So I just said, fuck it. I pulled up where he be at. Pulled up on the block. I pull up on the block. I'm like, again, he's standing off to the side. Everybody else down a little bit shooting dice and shit. So I pull up. I'm like, what you had wanted? He like, nah, nothing. I'm like, bro, you called me for something. What the fuck did you want? He like, never mind, get off the block. Got his arms folded and shit. Get off the block. I'm like, what the fuck you mean get off the block? And he come, now he getting loud, and now these niggas looking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking and trying to see what the fuck going on. So boom, I'm parked across the street from where we was standing at, and my homegirl in the car. And so it was another car pulled up behind my motherfucking car, and a bitch got out the car with some Jack Perlers. She had, there's chicken in Memphis. She had a pop in her hand and a box. Mind you, she parked behind my truck. My friend still sitting in my truck. She come walking her ass across the street. Excuse me. She walking her ass across the street with the shit. But I'm noticing she ain't going toward the crowd. She going over there toward where me and the nigga at. So before this hoe get over here, I'm like, who this bitch is? Coming over here with this chicken. He like, man, get off the block. Get off the block. Go on with it. You know what I'm talking about? Now you know what I'm talking about. Now again, everybody looking at shit. And now, you know, it's like they done put 2 and 2 together. I still don't know who the bitch is. So she get over there and I said, who you is? She like, ask him. I said, I did. He ain't answer. Who you is? And she was like, ask him. Now he called to me, get off the block, get off the block. I said, bet. So I walked on across the street. Now my back turned toward them, right? So I don't know what's going on because I'm walking across the street to my car. I get to the car, I asked my homegirl, I was like, hey, B, they still right there? She like, yeah, yeah, why? I said, I already told them nigga be standing there when I get back, I gotta go on pow. So I got I got my fire out the motherfucking car and I turned around and walked back over there. The bitch seen me coming with that hoe snatched her motherfucking shit, her food that she brought the nigga. She snatched that back out his hand and walked past me back to her car. Did I say anything to her? Absolutely not. I don't know her. She don't owe me no motherfucking no obligations or anything. So I get back over there and bow. He spent around. Bow. Drop. Now he on the ground talking about, oh shit. She did this to me. She gonna let me die. All the niggas, it's about 8 of them. 4 of them done upped on me. You hear me? And it's just one of me. 4 of them done upped on me. Talking about putting them in the car. Nah, we can't put them in the car, cuz I'm on 10 years of Fed pay. We can't put them in the car. I gotta get my story together. Call the ambulance. They talking about put them in the car. I'm talking about call the ambulance. Everybody just drew down. Everybody drew on everybody. And so he's sitting up there screaming. I'm bleeding to death. I'm shitting to death. I said, well, you need to tell them motherfuckers to go ahead and call the motherfucking ambulance. And he went on and told them folks to call the motherfucking ambulance, bitch. And I was in the back of that motherfucker like Ike Turner in that motherfucking ambulance. Bitch, if you die, I'ma kill you.
I have 3 kids with my uncle. My mother's the youngest and she has 2 older brothers. Let's start back when I was 8. When I was 8 years old, I knocked over my mother's favorite vase on accident. She was running around the house. She had tears in her eyes. She was distraught. She was scattering, trying to put the pieces back together. My mother never acted like that about me. Every day in my mother's household, I was verbally abused, physically abused. It was hell. It went from me accidentally knocking my mother's vase over to me purposely busting out windows in the household, to me slashing my mother's car tires, to the point where my mother had to call the police for me acting out. But for some reason, she didn't want me outside of her household. My mother would tell the cops she felt safe because they would ask her, does she feel safe? They would come in and do a routine check just to make sure I had food, to make sure my living situation was okay, that it was livable. No one knew why I was acting out, but it wasn't because of my uncle, not just yet. The situation with my mom happened way before I was 8 years old. But me seeing how my mother acted about that vase, it took me and it pushed me over the edge. My mother's favorite brother is Brisket. Brisket is also my children's father. Brisket used to come to the house every day because my mom would throw a party literally every day. My mother had men in and out of the house. You could say my mom was the fun girl. But it didn't start with my uncle at 8 years old. My uncle Brisket has always been my favorite uncle. He has always looked out for me. He has always taken up for me when nobody else would. My uncle Brisket walked into the house and he asked what was going on. And she told him, that bitch knocked over my favorite vase. I hate her. I can't wait for her to leave. And I ran upstairs. My uncle Brisket ran behind me. He came into my room and he told me everything would be okay. That one day I would be able to leave this place and I won't have to worry about my mom. She just hurt herself. And she doesn't know how to show another person love. That's why she doesn't have anyone. I always ask my Uncle Brisket, why does she keep me? Why does she want me here trapped? And my uncle always would tell me she needs someone to love. And believe it or not, your mother loves you. When it started with me and my uncle, it started out little. My uncle would take me on walks and hold my hand. Then he started taking me to the park. We would sit and we would talk and he would rub my leg, rub my knee. And my birthday came around. I will never forget this day. I was 11 years old. My mother got me nothing for my birthday. My Uncle Brisket came over. He had flowers. He had a balloon. And he was taking me out. My mother let me go as usual. She was having a party. I went with my uncle. We went out to eat. We went to the park. And then we ended up at a hotel. I didn't know what was going on. And my Uncle Brisket, when we got into the hotel, he went into the bathroom and he came out with nothing on. My uncle sat next to me and he said that he loves me. He know I love him too. And he asked me, do I love him? I didn't know what else to say, so I told him yeah. Because I did. I really did love him. I felt like he was the only one in this whole world who loved me back. And my uncle told me that I could tell no one about our relationship. If I told anyone about our relationship, that people would just hate me more, especially family. I've always been looked at as the black sheep of the family, so I believed him. My uncle slowly took my clothes off and he laid me in the bed and he had Vaseline. And my uncle told me that he was putting Vaseline on my privates, on my vagina so it can go in really smooth, and on my butthole. But it hurt. It hurt really bad. It was blood all over the sheets and I was shaking. I didn't want to go any further. And he stopped. He stopped, and after that, we had a very long conversation, and then he took me home. And I acted as if everything was normal, like nothing happened. When I got in the house, my mom looked at me and she said, what did your uncle buy you now, you little spoiled bitch? And it just made me feel so bad, and I ran upstairs and I closed my door, but then I thought to myself, my Uncle Brisket loves me and he showed me how much he loved me. Now let's fast forward. I'm 15 and I'm pregnant. I don't know how to tell my uncle because I don't want him to be disappointed in me. I don't want him to not love me anymore. My mother always told me if I bring a baby in their house, that I had to leave. I didn't know what to do. My Uncle Brisket came over as usual and my mom wasn't home by this time. My Uncle Brisket asked me what was going on, that I looked a little different. I was acting a little different. And I told my uncle that I was pregnant. And he said, no worries, we will fix it. I didn't know what fix it meant at the time, but apparently fix it meant I had the baby and not tell anyone. I had my first daughter when I was 16 years old. I was in the hospital and my mother was being verbally abusive. She was calling me out my name. She was telling me what such of a young whore I was and that I wasn't going to do anything with my life. It got so bad to the point the nurses put my mom out the room. And before I had my daughter, they asked me did I want an epidural, but I told them no. I had so many bruises on my back from my mother beating me and hitting me, I was embarrassed. I gave birth to my daughter, and it's like, as soon as I had her, I couldn't bond skin to skin with her. My mother took right over. My mother has had my daughter since she's been born. It's like my mother was missing something. It's like she started over. My mother would not put my daughter down. My mother took my daughter everywhere she went. She treated my daughter like she was golden. It was so bad to the point where I wasn't even a mother. My daughter even slept in my mother's room. My father molested my brother. He then turned around and took us to the church and told the church how the devil had made him do it. A couple months before that, I remember my father going around taking our room doors and our bathroom doors off the hinges. My father said that he was trying to receive a message from the Lord, but he couldn't do it because it was a blockage in the home. The Lord told him to take all our doors down so he could receive the message. My father did that. He took all our doors down because he wanted to receive the message without a blockage. He wanted to hear it loud and clear. A little while after, my father ended up putting the doors back up. Besides Sunday service and Bible studies, on Thursdays, our church used to hold prayer and worship for the community. We hardly ever went. I remember it was the summertime and it was very early in the morning. My father woke us up and he said, get ready because we're going to pray and worship. I asked him why. Shit, because we hardly ever went. My father said the devil had to take him by his feet, but the Lord came back and took him by his heart. We got into the church and we stood around and we put our hands on one another's shoulders and the pastor led in prayer. After prayer, the pastor got up and said, Deacon Johnson wants to say something. My father stood up and he told the whole community in church how he had molested my brother. The devil had him convinced that my brother was gay and that was how he would bring him back. My father went on about some other stuff, but I wasn't listening. The whole church started clapping, saying amen.
I'm only telling TikTok this, so don't go telling no fucking body. But story time about the time my baby daddy came and whooped me and my husband ass. At the time, my husband wasn't my husband. I had just got out of a relationship with my baby daddy. Mind you, I had moved into a new apartment to get away from my baby daddy. And then I end up taking him back and moving him in because I was sad and alone on my birthday. That's literally why. I didn't have no friends, no family, and no money because I spent it all on a new apartment and I ended up calling him. That didn't last that long, but that's a whole nother story for a different time. Let's get into this story. So I had met my husband when we was in high school. We dated for like 6 months in high school or whatever, and then we broke up and then we rekindled in like 2021 or something like that. I had 2 kids by my baby daddy already, and yeah, I just had the 2 kids. So anyway, me and my husband, we started seeing each other, and we hit it off, real quick, because already it's like the vibes was the same from like high school type shit. It was giving real nostalgic, and then he clicked with the kids real well, all of that, all of that. So then we got to a point where my husband had started spending the night. Unbeknownst to me, my baby daddy was watching me. Like, I had a garden apartment, so my window was basically on the ground. You could like crouch down and look through my window. That's how that nigga was watching me. And I never knew that. That's scary when you think about it. So I guess one morning he had happened to be watching me. This same morning, my youngest daughter got up crying. You know what I'm saying? And I go to get her. I'm patting her back. I go to put her down to sleep. My husband, he in the bed sleep. So it's me, my husband, the baby on my chest. We sleeping. And then it's about maybe like 11 a.m. My husband kept saying, he keeps saying like feet walk past the window, or like somebody, like he feel like he being watched or something. That nigga should have trusted his intuition, because shortly after he said that, I heard a boom. Like, it was so loud, I was scared to go look. I didn't know. I knew something was very wrong, and it went wrong fast. But I thought it was through my patio door, but it was my front door. Now, mind you, the door to the outside of my building is always locked. So I didn't know how the fuck he got in my building. But he got in my building and he kicked my fucking door in. As soon as he came in, he get the hooting and hollering, and he was making it about me, him, and the baby being asleep in the bed together. He was like, "You got this nigga around my kids, yada, yada, yada." And then he just started fighting me. Like, it's nothing else to explain. Fighting me like I was a man on the streets. And my husband tries to intervene, but I told y'all my baby daddy is a big bad wolf. All I remember is my baby daddy picking my husband up and slamming him down. I think he might have punched him. I don't remember. But all I remember is my husband disappearing, and then my baby daddy turning to me and wearing me out some more, girl. It ain't funny, but this is how I cope. Like, this how I cope. This is how I cope. And my oldest daughter was only 2 at the time, and she's screaming for her daddy, like, "Daddy, stop beating up mommy." And then he's talking to the baby like, "No, mama, she got you around this nigga and da 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 da. You came to fight me." It wasn't about that, because you came to fight us, right? If it was about my kids, I would be leaving with my kids, right or wrong. If I had came and found my baby daddy with another woman and my kids, I would be coming to tear everybody up and leave with the kids. He didn't leave with no kids. He did take he took my phone, and he took my car keys. He always just take my stuff. He'll fight me and take all of my shit. So now I can't call nobody. I can't go nowhere. I can't do nothing but sit there and look stupid. And my husband ran somewhere. I don't know. I don't know if I ain't gonna say he ran, but he was gone. He was gone, and I was still in there getting my butt whooped. And the only reason it stopped because I had ran in the hallway and started screaming for help. And my neighbors didn't even help me. My neighbors, they got them and their kids, they got in the car and they left. We used to live in the hood. So I'm assuming they like, it's probably finna go down. People gonna start shooting. Nobody was gonna start shooting nothing. Nobody was coming to save me. And my baby didn't knew that. That's why he always jumped on me. I didn't have no brothers, no uncle, no dad. Nobody to stop him from kicking my butt, not even my new man. I did end up, after my baby daddy left, I realized that my husband had left his phone. And at the time I did not have the password. You could use the emergency 911 type shit. So I called the police. I made a report and yada yada. Told him he stole all my stuff. But by then he was long gone. And then my husband finally came back. And then all my husband brothers, they had came, but everybody was gone. Everything was said and done. I had packed up some stuff and went to go stay with my sister for like a day or two. And then, y'all, I had to play nice with my baby daddy to get my phone and my keys back. I had my baby iPad, and I was talking to him off the iPad. I had to play nice, let him take me out to eat. He took me to Golden Corral. Girl, I used to love Golden Corral. He had took me to Golden Corral, and we talking and I'm acting like everything's smooth and we gonna work it out, and give me my goddamn keys. My car still parked at home. Well, I'm at my sister's house. Give me my motherfucking keys. Give me my cellular device. And I'm finna get the hell on. Like, that was the last time that nigga put his hands on me. And that was the last time that I seen him.
Okay, so story time about how my DL trade lied to me about being married. Then his wife found out and tried to take me out of here, bitch. I want to preface this by saying it's never okay to mess with a married person, period. It don't matter if they're gay or straight, baby, because at the end of the day, you fucking up your karma and you playing with your life. Yeah. Okay, so boom, let's get into it, bitch. So, like, this was in 2020 during the pandemic or whatever, and I was, like, a newly out the closet gay. Like, I hadn't messed with too many guys before, and most gays know, like, what, baby, once you get a little taste, you get a little piece, you start feeding it, bitch. You a crackhead, okay? You looking for your next hit, bitch. So I'm basically going through my whole stage at this point. Like, I'm on the apps, seeing what the streets is talking about, whoop-de-woo, da-da-da. Then all of a sudden, this guy messages me on one of the apps. And when I tell y'all, bitch, Hell's Angel, bitch. This man is like bald head, bearded, a little beefy, a little muscle. He tatted from like neck all the way down to his ankles. Bitch, if this was SpongeBob, he would be at Salty's platoon, bitch, okay? It gave very much biker boy. Like, bitch, you could tell you ride motorcycles or something. So I was into it or whatever. We was like chatting. He tells me he's in real estate, which is an important part of the story. He say he in real estate, okay? So after chatting for a little while, we decided to like meet up, hang out, and do the do or whatever. And mind y'all, he's in real estate. So he invites me to like one of his properties. And I pull up and like, it's a house that's being renovated. And I kind of questioned him about it. I was like, why are you inviting me here? Why don't you invite me to your real house that's like got furniture and shit, bitch? And he tells me, oh, you know, the pandemic and my mom is currently living with me and I just don't want to have people in and out the house and exposing her to that, da da da. And I was like, okay, you make it sound very convincing. Like, usually I would question people about this shit, but like, when I tell y'all, this man sounded so fucking convincing. So I'm like, okay, whatever. At the end of the day, that's not really my business. I came here for one thing, bitch, so let's get to it. So we got to it, whoop-de-woo, da-da-da. I go home, I don't hear from this man for like 2-3 weeks, right? So 2 or 3 weeks go by, and he ends up hitting me up again, and he was like, oh, I want to see you, this and that. And then he proceeds to send me another address of another property, bitch. I kind of side-eyed for a minute, but I'm like, you know what? He already told me the business. You know, we out here protecting Granny from getting COVID. So I'm like, fuck it. All right, I'm going to pull up. So that's exactly what I did. So I'll pull up to the house or whatever. And this house was a lot nicer than the last house. Like, I could tell they almost done renovating it. They probably was just like finishing up the basement and like permits and shit. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is more what I'm used to. Thank you. I go inside, we get the drinks flowing, you know, and we about to get to the business once again. Now, mind y'all, I don't actually like this man. Like, I'm not interested in dating him or anything. I'm strictly here for the cheeks. So you don't have to lie to kick it, bitch. You don't have to tell me a lie about nothing. Just be real, because we both here for the same damn thing. But anyways, we start getting to it, and next thing you know, I hear a bloop, bloop, bloop noise, like a dinging. And I asked him, I was like, what is that? Come to find out, he has like sensors all around his house, and if someone pulls into the driveway, it starts dinging. So I'm like, what? Who pulled into the driveway, bitch? So this man runs to the front of the house, looks out the front window. I'm assuming he saw some headlights or something, because he comes running back to the room, eyes big as shit, telling me, oh, you gotta hide. I'm like, hide, bitch? I came over here to clap cheeks, bitch, not to play hide and seek. What are you talking about? He looks at me and says, oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm married and my wife just pulled up. I said, you know, hide and seek ain't that bad. I've been meaning to play a game of hide and seek. So I jump up frantic at this point, bitch. I'm trying to find me somewhere to hide. I'm like, I can't hide under the bed because that's the first place she gonna look. In the closet, first place she gonna look. But they were redoing the bathroom and they had an empty linen closet. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get my ass back in this closet. So I'm in the closet, and next thing you know, the wife comes in, and I can kind of like hear their conversation, and she mad already out the gate. She like, what the fuck are you doing here? Whoop-de-woo, da-da-da. He was like, oh, I just came to check on the house. One of the sensors went off, and I just came to make sure nobody was here, this and that. Bitch is lying his ass off. I said, oh, nigga, you're good. You're good. But the wife is not buying this shit at all. Like, you can tell he got caught cheating before or something, and so she already know how the game go. They start arguing back and forth. It's getting loud. Meanwhile, I'm in this closet like R. Kelly, bitch, trapped in a closet, trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna make my great escape. So they still going at it, and I can't physically see them, but I can like hear everything, and it sounds like they getting physical at this point. Like, you just hear like rumbling around, she screaming, he yelling, she yelling, get off me, you got me fucked up, woo-doo-doo, da-da-da. So I'm like, oh my God, bitch, I gotta get the fuck out of here. We are in the South. I don't know if these bitches came with the shooters. I don't know what to expect at this point. But I keep hearing, get off me, get off me, get off me. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, he got like this bitch pinned down. She can't get away. Like, now's the time for me to make my great escape. So I make sure I got all my personal belongings, bitch. I look down at my feet. I make sure my shoes are tied real tight. And I do the dash out that motherfucking closet, bitch. I get out to the living room. I see them all over the kitchen, all over the counter, just tussling. I'm like, oh shit. Then I guess she saw me out the corner of her eye, because they both turn and look at me. And she start going, who the fuck is that? Da, 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 da. Bitch, before she could get the first sentence out her mouth, I do the dash, bitch. Sakari Richardson, I'm already in the car pulling out the driveway. Fuck is you talking about? So I pull off, I get home, and I immediately start doing my research, bitch. I'm Googling, Facebooking this man, all of the shits. And I find his profile. Not only is this man married, bitch, they got 2 kids together. One of the kids is in fucking high school. Mind you, I'm 24, 23, 24 at the time. So you got a child that's right behind me in age. I was like, yo, This cannot be fucking happening. So I instantly get on the apps and block this man on everything because who the fuck are you playing with? Who the fuck are you playing with? I have not heard from him since then, thank God. I don't know what the fuck happened that night in that house. Bitch, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know if this man is still in the land of the living or if she finished him off that night. That's not my business, bitch, because you should have never fucking lied. You should have never fucking lied and put me in that situation. And I wish there was more to the story, but ain't no part two, bitch, because I got the fuck up out of there and did not look back. Hello? Thank you.
Okay, story time about how this dude asked me to ride his face and I got on top and literally pure shit just started coming out my ass. This shit is about to be so embarrassing, but I don't give a fuck because I just gotta tell somebody. Okay, so I was talking to this dude or whatever, and it was our first time linking. And like, okay, so let's start from the beginning. So he had hit me up, and I was like, okay, you know, he kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? I'm single. So I was just like, whatever. So one thing led to another. Fast forward, he was like, let's link. So me, I'm really the type of person, like, if I just meet you, I'm not going to link with you. Probably, I'm going to give you the runaround for a long ass time until I really just get ready to link with you. So basically he wasn't going for that, and he was like really cute, y'all. He was like 6'5", he was like 35, and I like older men, so he was perfect for me. Like, I was just like, dang, he cute, he the age I like him, he the height I like him, he don't have no kids, he got a good career. Bitch, I'm not gonna fumble this, so I'm gonna just go with my heart and I'm gonna link with him. So when I got there, he had a nice fucking apartment. Like, y'all know, like, it wasn't like, it was manly, but it wasn't like no furniture here and there. It was furnished, bitch. He had it decorated, decked out, but it wasn't girly, it wasn't overly, y'all know what I mean. So he like come in and shut the door because I was like skeptical, y'all. Mind y'all, I got my pepper spray right here, right in my titty, so he can't see it, which was dumb because niggas be touchy feely, and I didn't want him to go so I touching on my titties or trying to take my shirt and my pepper spray fall out, and he'd be like, bitches, you cool? You think I'ma kill you? You know what I mean? So fast forward. Like, let's rewind. So earlier that day, I had a Taco Bell, bitch. So my stomach was bloated, and I was already like, and that's another reason why I was procrastinating to go. So fast forward, we get a touching, you know what I'm saying? We laying down watching Netflix or whatever. Y'all know how that goes. So I was just like, you know, he cute, he a vibe, he look clean, whatever. So we get to touching, feeling on each other, and you know what I'm saying, talking, and one thing led to another, right? And we grown, we know what one thing led to another mean. And he was like, ride my face. Y'all, mind y'all, I ate fucking Taco Bell earlier that fucking day, bitch. So, and I'm a big girl, I'm loud as fuck out here. They probably like, damn, but I'm a big girl, mind y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know my coochie smell good. I'm clean, whatever. So, I get on top to ride this man's face. Y'all. Oh my God. So, I get on top and I squat down. Y'all, I thought it was gonna be a poo. Bitch, it was shit. It was pure natural shit that came out of my ass. Now, I wish it would have been a poo, so I could be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I ate Taco Bell earlier, and it did not sit right with my stomach. Bitch, he wasn't trying to hear none of that. Bitch, I squatted down this man's face and shit it. Bitch, we got the banging in that motherfucker. He was hitting me. Bitch, I was mink, 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 mink. I was just like, with the shit on me, with the shit still coming out. He was just like, bitch, get your fat shitty ass out. I was just like, oh my God. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all talking about the worst day of your life? Bitch, the worst day of my fucking life, bitch. I never thought I was gonna squat on down on that man's face and shit on him. I knew a fart was probably gonna come, but bitch, shit. Yeah, Taco Bell, I'm not fucking with you no more. You ruined my fucking life.
Okay, don't want my hair because I'm finna go to bed. But I'm about to give y'all a story time on how I was accused of stealing my cousin headphones and the whole time they was misplaced. And they found them years later. Okay, we're gonna call my cousin Black. So Black came to my daddy house on a random day and I met Black and like she was cool as fuck to me because back then I was a little boy. Like I was a real deal tomboy and she played football, like tackle football with the boys. I'm like, oh yeah, this little motherfucker cool. So I started going to her house. Like I was going to her house more than I was going to my dad's house at one point. And it was me and my little sister, me and my little sister that was going to my dad's house and going to her house and stuff like that. Because her and my sister, they literally stayed, bitch, you can walk. They literally stayed 1 minute away from each other. They stayed in the same little circle area. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. So one weekend, me and my sister, we go to Black House. Okay, cool. We end up going home. I went back to my sister's house. Me and my sister went back to her house for a little bit. And then her mama dropped me off home. So when I get home, Black texts me and she like, oh, have you seen my beads? And then her mama also asked me, have I seen her beads? So y'all, this whole time, I'm thinking they talk about the beats that go like this. Girl, they talk about fucking AirPod beats. You think I'm finna steal them? Okay, boom. So I'm like, no, I haven't seen no beats. It's no beats in my house besides my mama beats. And my mama also had the AirPod beats. So I sent her a picture of my mother's beats. When I sent her a picture of my mama beats, she never responded. Like, never. So a week later, I go back to my sister's house. And my sister like, oh, I want to go to Black House. So I was like, okay, ask your mama, can we go down there? So my sister mama was like, yeah, let me check with Black mama first. So my sister mama get on the phone with Black mama, but at first Black mama on speaker. So Black mama says something like, oh, am I on speaker or something like that. Keep in mind, y'all, they never questioned my sister. They only questioned me. So my sister mama take Black mama off a speaker and I'm trying to listen, but I can't really hear. So I just asked my sister mama what Black mama said when she got off the phone. So she said that Black mama said, oh, my little sister name is London. So we gonna put her name in there. She was like, oh, London can come down here, but Siani can't because she stole Black headphones and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I stole her headphones? Y'all, I promise you I didn't. I'm just like, if I stole your headphones, why would I send you a picture of my mama's headphones if they was yours? Like, I would have never sent you a picture. I could have just lied and said, no, bitch. Like, okay? So at this point, I'm irritated. I said, you know what? I told my little sister, I said, you can go over there, but I'm finna go home. I'm finna go home. My sister was like, no, I'm not gonna go. So we just went back to my sister's house. Okay, cool. So, a random day come because I hadn't up telling my mama situation. So a random day come, y'all, my mama we all thinking they talk about the headphones that go like this because keep in mind, y'all, my mama had the AirPod beats. I sent her a picture of the beats, but she never responded. So me and my mama still thinking they talk about the headphones that go like this on the ear. So I'm on my bed eating popcorn and my mama walk in the door. She walk in my room door and she like, oh, I got a surprise for you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I never asked my mama for no beats, but she came in my room and she gave me some beats. And I'm like, what are these for? They were some rose gold beats that go in the ear. I'm like, what are these for?
She was like, I got you these. I'm like, okay. So I'm eating the popcorn. She like, I want you to open them and put them on your head. So I open them, I put them on my head. And she just started taking pictures of me. I'm like, why are you taking pictures of me? And I look a mess, hair not done. I'm in the bed just eating popcorn, big as fuck. Like, cool. So I didn't even know my mama posted me on Facebook. But my mama posted me on Facebook because her and Black Mama was friends on Facebook. And Black Mama accused me of stealing the headphones. So, my mom posted me and she was like, oh, since my daughter getting accused of stealing headphones that I can buy and da-da-da, she never even wanted no beats and blah, blah, blah. I didn't even know my mom posted me at first. Y'all, my auntie got to telling my business on social media about headphones. So before we get into business that she told, her and my mama kind of going back and forth on the internet. And my mama was like, this is when we found out that them was the headphones. She was like, oh, she sent her a picture of the headphones. Da, 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 da. So now me and my mama blow because y'all talk about AirPod beats and we think y'all talk about the beats that go like this. So mom was like, I can send you the receipt. I can send you the receipt of me ordering those. So my mama went to go find the receipt from when she ordered them and she sent it to her. Or she posted it. I can't remember. So then my auntie was like, oh, you think you know your daughter? Do you know Siani is gay? And da-da-da-da-da. My mama already knew. I told my mama she already knew. And even when I didn't tell her, she said she knew. So then also, I didn't like my mama baby dad because he was an asshole. And like, I felt like I could talk to my auntie about shit. Like, I told her I was gay. I told her my mama baby daddy was an asshole. Like, I thought you was my auntie. And she was like, and she don't like your baby dad and da 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 da. So my mom was like, tell me something I don't know. And that just left a bad taste in my mouth because you got on the internet and told my business, first of all. Oh, and she said that y'all, I used to be real fat. So like my daddy, he used to call me fat and stuff, and I did not like that. Like that used to hurt my feelings. So she was like, I was real insecure and everything. It's not even the fact that I was insecure. I just didn't like that my dad was throwing that in my face. Like, you're my dad, you're supposed to uplift me, you know? So I didn't like that my dad was throwing that in my face. So she was like, and she's real insecure about herself and da 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 da. I'm like, wow, like you literally putting my business on the internet about some headphones. Like, wow. Okay, boom. So she kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Never talked to them since. So on a random day, I was at a football game and I ended up seeing Black. So Black walked up to me and she kind of like tapped me. I don't remember if it was on my back or my butt. And she was like, what's up, cuz? I looked at her, but I didn't say anything because it's like, y'all really accused me of stealing these headphones, and till this day, like, I don't have your headphones. And it's like, I could have said that, I could have just lied and said no if them was your headphones the whole time. Y'all, this is where I get used to. So here it is, 2026. Black mama seen my mama at work. So Black mama walked past my mama, and then she came back and she was like, wait, I know you. So my mom was like, okay, like, because I don't think my mom remember who she was. Because they never really talked. It was just like a cousin thing. You know, it was me and my cousin. They didn't really interact. So she was like, oh, you're Nikki. You're Siani mom. Mom was like, yeah. So then she hugged my mom. My mom said she hugged her and she just instantly just started crying, like bawling her eyes out and shit. And my mama was confused because, like I said, my mama didn't really know who she was. So my mama was like, why is a random lady hugging me crying? And how does she know who I am? So all she kept saying was, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And my mom was like, what are you sorry about? And she was like, Siani is the sweetest one. She the sweetest and da-da-da-da-da. And all this other shit. I really don't remember how that conversation went, but my mama told me about it. But yeah, she was like, I'm sweet and da-da-da-da-da-da. So she was telling my mama how my Black grandma
move. She ended up moving houses. And black headphones was at the grandma house the whole time. The grandma bought black the headphones. Black plugged them in, and it was hers the whole time. I never had the headphones, y'all. So she was asking my mama, oh, do you think Siani would forgive me? Do you think she would talk to me? And da-da-da-da-da. Y'all, honestly, I don't know. What would y'all do? Would y'all talk to her? Because this happened in like 7th grade. It's 2026. I'm graduated and grown now. I don't know what to do. I'm still hurt. I don't know.
I'm doing a quick story time of how me and my stepsister fell out. Let's get straight to it. My dad, her mom, married. Been talking for a while, been married for 5-6 years. Cool. Last time me and her was still cool was 4th of July because that is my dad's birthday. I went over the house, we celebrated. So that was the last time me and my stepsister was on good terms. Now, about 3-4 weeks ago, we went to a pool party, right? She invited me because her best friend threw the party. Cool. I told her, let me know. So a week prior, she told me about the party, right? I'm like, okay. So fast forward, the day of the party, I remember being at work. I got off work, came home, was asleep. Cool. She called me once, twice, woke me up. Yeah. She like, did you still want to come to the party? I'm like, yeah, cool. Fuck it. Yeah, that's fine. Let me get ready. In about 20 minutes, send the Addy. Boom, she sent the Addy. Fast forward, I got there. Now, I was dressed the part, but I did not get in the pool because I don't swim. That's another story. I had a little moment where I almost drowned, so I don't fuck with water. You know, I don't fuck with the getting in the pool. I don't do that. So I know a few people there, it's the people that we be around. Now, before I finish the story, let me say this. My sister, I feel like now that like shit happened and it is what it is, my stepsister never liked me for real. Sometimes people are jealous and it's not because of what you look like. It could be your aura, how people fuck with you, how people love you. It ain't always about looks. But she never liked me. Now that I'm really looking at it, it's always been a hate. It's always been a motherfucker trying to turn me down or trying to manipulate my mind to make me feel like I'm just always doing too much. Whole time, yes, I am confrontational. Because, bitch, don't play with me. I don't play about me. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Our homeboy was there. Mind you, him and her got into it for a whole nother situation, but they reconciled. They talked it out. They back cool. I know my stepsister. I know the homeboy. It could really get like that. So apparently, y'all came to understanding. Y'all was talking to each other, and y'all forgave each other. Because if y'all didn't, y'all would not be at the same motherfucking party. Okay, I know what the fuck going on. Mind you, the pool party was in U City. So I get there. Everybody, all eyes on me. People coming up to me. You're pretty. You're this. You're that. People I do know. People I don't know. Thank you. I'm the type of person when I'm really dolled up, put myself together. I can really look like something. So, I'm chilling. Homeboy, open the bottle. You want something? Like, yeah. My sister wanted me to drink from a little thing. Me, I don't drink shit that I did not see nobody pour. When I got there, all the jungle juices and all the shit was already made. I don't fuck with that because my sister's best friend, I know what they be into. Like, they put ecstasy, honey packs. Like, that's just, they got a lifestyle thing. Like, some of them are swingers and some of them are not, basically. So, I'm like, damn, I'm hungry. Homeboy, like, they barbecuing. He took me to the table. I'm like, okay, cool. They got mascacholi, chicken, brothworks, the shit that you put on the grill. He made me a small plate. I went to go sit my ass on the other side of the motherfucking pool. I got my little fan. I'm enjoying motherfucking life, right? Pause. Another thing. Our homeboy likes me. He's in love with me. But it's just like he got whole problems. So I can never take him serious. And I feel like he be trying to breadcrumb you and be trying to manipulate you. Like, I feel like our homeboy always I don't feel like our homeboy is genuine. Like, we all got them friends who, like, it's something about them you don't like, but it be like, fuck it. Like, it's always something that about people. But you'll still be partners with them. But our partner, he got a whole problem. He still stay with his baby mama, or his baby mama stay with him. Whatever the fuck going on. He say they not together. I don't know. I don't care. His baby mama cool as hell, actually. But it's just like, I can't see myself taking it no further than us being cool, because he loose as hell. You know, and I told him this. He's loose as hell. I feel like he be breadcrumb, and I feel like he do a little bit and expect to get a lot back. And I don't like people who say they're going to do something and don't do it. Or you still waiting for some shit, but then people come and expect something out of you. No. Anyway, he made my plate. Cool. I ate it. More people coming to the party. Okay, cool. I wound up going back up there because my sister's like, let me get some food. I bent down and I let her get some food. So she took my last chicken wing. So I just went back up there to go grab some more chicken. And our homeboy tongue kissing 2 bitches, right? Mind you, like I said, this is not my nigga. I'm not going to go there with him. So I'm not no hating ass bitch. He kissing 2 ugly ass bitches. But I'm just like, still like, okay, clock it. But when he was trying to be sneaky and did it, and then he looked over his shoulder like, damn, she see me. But again, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, okay, clock it. You want to be kissing random bitches all in the mouth or doing all the extra shit at the pool party? Shit, fuck it, so be it. That's you. Part 2, why me and my sister fell out, because she's been weird as fuck to me. Part 2. So, like I said, homeboy kissing bitches in the mouth. Okay, cool. Like, that's on you, gang. Like, that is on you. I don't give a fuck. I continue. After I got my plate, I went back to sit down in my motherfucking seat, right? It's a lot of shit going on at one time in the pool. It started getting dark, right? So, more people start coming, more of the people we know. We had another homeboy that pulled up. He had like all the little gadgets and shit. He gave me the bubble machine. My sister likes girls, so she's in the pool doing her thing. I'm just overseeing everything. Like, I'm not into the other shit that's going on. One of the bitches that homeboy was kissing kept me mugging me, doing all this extra shit. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know her, she don't know me. And I hate that women do that. Like, they hear some shit with the wind and they just kind of run with it, I guess. I don't know. I go back up there to get some more food. I'm playing with the bubble gun. We got the dude who party it was, which is my sister's best friend, and the other dude. It was a lot going on, and it was bitches complaining, like, niggas doing weird shit. Niggas keep bothering them and doing shit, so they kind of came and did damage control, trying to make sure everything ran smoothly, because this niggas that's trying to stick it in bitches while they in the water, or niggas getting aggressive with the bitches. Like, you could tell some of these niggas not used to being around a bunch of half-naked bitches, I guess, or whatever the case may be. My sister's drunk toe up. She keep trying to hand me drinks. Mind you, our friends, you know, some of them are swingers, some of them are not. Like I said, they be putting like ecstasy in the drinks, honey packs and shit. So I'm never going to drink anything that I did not see being poured, or if it's not from a bottle that's sealed, right? Part 3, I'm gonna try to make it fast. So it's getting dark. Owner of the house turned. He got like these solar panel lights or whatever like that. two more of our homegirls finally came to the fucking party. They hella late. You know what I'm saying? One was all like, I ain't getting in the pool, so she chilling with me. The other one was all like, yeah, I'm gonna go get in the pool in a minute. I'm finna go change to my swimsuit, whatever like that. Okay, cool. It was this one dude. He was one of the dudes that was kind of pissing everybody off, but he ain't said it did none to the people that was sitting over here. So he came over. He's like, can I sit right here? He tried to sit between me and my homegirl, but my homegirl scooted over. So now my homegirl in the middle and the dude on the other end. So he on the phone talking or whatever. He get off the phone. So me and homegirl like, oh, like you a pro fighter or whatever. He like, yeah, I'm an MMA fighter or whatever like that. We like, oh, okay, cool. One of his homeboys came, backed him up, whatever like that. Dude, like, you ready for your fight or whatever? MMA fighter, like, yeah, but they got me fighting a nigga underweight by 5, and then, you know, they got to talking. So homegirl like, yeah, I used to box or whatever like that. And I'm all like, yeah, I used to box back in the day at 12th and Park, middle school going into high school or whatever like that. So then, my bad. Then, so now we all talking whatever like that. It ain't nothing serious, whatever like that. He got to showing us videos, shit like that, bench pressing, whatever like that. And he was all like, yeah, I might be a short nigga, small nigga, but it's all about strength. I know some big ass niggas who can't lift what I'm lifting, whatever like that. So homegirl just playing with him, you know what I'm saying? So he picked her up or whatever like that. They talking shit, whatever like that. And we like, damn, you is strong, whatever. Then he looked at, he's all like, yeah, by the way, I meant to tell you, like, I think you pretty, whatever like that. I'm like, oh, thank you. See, I'm the type of motherfucker, I know how to take a compliment. I don't let it go to my head. I don't think I'm better than nobody. Oh, thank you. Right on. So he trying to holler at me, whatever like that, but I ain't really into it, whatever. Then he like, I'll lift you. And then me, I just feel like I'm bigger than what the fuck I am. I'm not like, you can't lift me. I'm heavy as a motherfucker. So he like, you gotta be too something to do something, and this, that. It looked like he had braids to the back, and he took his braids out. So he started like stand up. He picking up everybody. We like, okay, cool or whatever. So then he like, I'm finna pick you up. And for like a couple of seconds, I'm all like, nah. Homegirl, like, he probably can pick you up. She like, 3, you ain't really big, like, how you think you big. Like, you know, you a thicker girl. But some people be saying that I'm not a BBW. Some people be like, girl, if you don't take a shit and go sit down. But me, I think I am a small BBW. I don't think I know I'm a small BBW. Like, can't nobody tell. I know what I am. Anyway, this one shit really get weird at. So I'm about to get up and let him pick me up. So he found something to put his hair in a ponytail. He put his Crocs in sport mode or whatever like that. And I'm all like, fuck it, I'm finna go up. None of us seen homeboy get out the pool. That nigga move fast. We like, where the fuck you get out the motherfucking pool? He come over there, tap MMA fighter, move around. Dude like, you ain't talking to me. Homeboy like, yeah, she good. So they going back and forth for like 4-5 minutes. Owner of the house like, fuck the shit. Time to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, wrap this shit up, everybody, it's time to go. So, all of our homeboys and homegirls, they trolling. Talking about some, yeah, homeboy was finna fight because of the pretty girl in the pink. So now the two bitches that he was kissing in the mouth, now they looking at me, side-eyeing, whispering, saying shit. I'm like, y'all need to stop saying that shit, because he ain't come over here and start with the MMA fighter because of me. I ain't do shit. Like, he and this motherfucker kissing bitches in the mouth. Like, he ain't worried about me. I know he ain't worried about me, and he out in this motherfucker loose as a motherfucker. Nothing about me. Everybody like, man, we just playing, but you know he do like you. You know what I'm saying? I said that don't mean nothing. He ain't motherfucking do all of that because of me. So they my bad, y'all. So they get to bickering and shit like that. MMA fighter and his people wound up leaving out the gate first. Everybody, my sister and shit, everybody's trying to put their clothes on, make plates and shit to go, all shit like that. Like, everybody cool, but I'm waiting for my motherfucking sister. Long story short, we wound up getting out there. I'm pulling homeboy, like, come the fuck on. Like, come on. He see MMA fighter still there, so he trying to pull away from me and shit like that. I'm the type of person, Fighting and shit don't impress me. I did that shit when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? We live in St. Louis. Motherfuckers be shooting. Motherfuckers be getting popped for nothing. It ain't that serious what y'all fighting for. Like, okay, he might have felt disrespectful because you tapped him in his shoulder like that. I'll be mad too. Like, nigga, what? So, you finna, fight him, whatever like that. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck my sister at, but she over there trying to Mac Daddy on a bitch or whatever like that. So once homeboy broke away from me, dude MMA fighter gonna say, yeah, and if this nigga get the best of me, pop his ass. So dude went to the car, just was standing at the car with the door open. I'm not dumb. I know he got a gun like right there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, sis. I ain't gonna say her name. I'm like, sis. She, what's going on? I'm like, get him. Like, they finna fight. On the other house, like, I'm finna call the motherfucking police. We are in U City. I'm not finna get locked up for nobody. So they get to fighting whatever like that. I'm study like, homeboy. These bitches I don't know. Mind you, my arm was freshly out of a sling, out of a cast. I had broke all of this, you know. So it's 3 bitches I don't know. One of the bitches he was kissing, and the same bitch that my sister was trying to hop down on, go home with, I don't fucking know. So they pushing on me, pulling and tugging on me and shit like that. So now I'm screaming. I'm like, back the fuck up. Like, I got my motherfucking guards up because I'm all like, it's bitches who, I don't know these bitches, and bitches are attacking me, pulling on me and shit like that. Like, who the fuck are y'all? I was in the middle of the street. I'm backed up all the way in the grass now. You know what I'm saying? My sister wound up coming. I accidentally pushed the fuck out of her. But when I came to my senses, I told her, I said, I'm sorry. But she didn't want to hear that. She was like, fuck that. I guess she was mad because she got pushed, and then she fucking leave. Like, my sister left me. You know what I'm saying? The police come. I'm made my way to the motherfucking car or whatever. Because I'm all like, I'm not finna get locked up. Motherfuckers got guns out here. So, hold on. Right before the police hit the fucking corner, as I'm like, black the fuck out, trying to like, why, like, who are y'all? Why are y'all coming to me telling me to back up and chill? Let them do them. Let them do them. At this point, I'm not worried about these niggas fighting. These are niggas fighting. But this is my homeboy, and the motherfucker talk about popping and shit like that. So I'm getting overworked and shit like that. I'm trying to make sure y'all hoes ain't on nothing. And then I'm like, sister gone. I'm trying to make sure my homeboy's still okay. I can't find the nigga who was standing in the doorway with the gun. I'm like, it's so much shit going on. But I seen the dude. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just trying to make sure he don't use that motherfucker. I'm trying to make sure nobody gets shot. No, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Once the police hit the corner, it's like they was 2 cars deep, and I'm steady hearing more police sirens. I'm like, okay, so it must be more coming. They clearly coming, because I might caught them, loud noise and shit like that. Motherfuckers fighting, motherfuckers got guns and shit out here. So, police hopped out. He tapped my hood of my car. He like, was you with the crowd? I'm lying. I'm all like, nah, nah. So he let me through. I'm like 5 minutes up the road. I'm trying to call my sister twice on Facebook. She sees that I'm calling her because her icon picture moved. I'm like, fuck it. So then I call our other homegirl who was not at the party to kind of just tell her what's going on. Then she talked to other people that was at the party. Everybody's stories adding up but my sister's. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you left me. You mad because I pushed you. Instead of you telling these hoes, like, get up off my sister, she cool. You know what I'm saying? You mad because the motherfucker pushed you on the chest because they was black out. If it's motherfuckers fighting and it's shit going on, mind you, I only had 2 drinks. So if it's a lot of shit going on, I black the fuck out. When somebody know you, I'ma turn up. I'ma turn up. It's safer for you to it's safer for you to tell motherfuckers, back up off of her. That ain't for y'all to do. It ain't gonna be safe for nobody. Bitch, let me tell you something. I'm not locked in here with you hoes. You hoes are locked in here with me. You know what I'm saying? So it be best when you know somebody to just give them their motherfucking space. You mad because I motherfucking pushed you, bitch? And then I try to apologize because it wasn't meant for you. But then I wound up reaching out to you the next day, and you was talking all that rah-rah shit like, nah, fuck you, you word, you push me, you. Part 4. I thought I was gonna be done. Part 4, why me and my stepsister got into it. So, my sister fucking leaves me. I'm study like, I have like a breathing problem. So when I get worked up and shit like that, now I'm breathing very heavy, and I have a heart murmur. I hear my heart's not pumping right. So I had to stop and really get my shit together. It was a pretty light-skinned girl out there. She's the only one that she stopped what the fuck she was doing because she seen me in distress. It took for her to come and tell them girls, hey, back up off of her. Y'all know this nigga. Y'all go that way. She's cool. Let her cool down. Everybody give her space. That's all I wanted from my sister. You up here trying to Mac Daddy with this ugly ass bitch with these red dreads. Tell her like, hey y'all, this my sister. Like, leave her alone. She cool. That's all I wanted. Because when motherfuckers are fighting or about to fight and there's a lot going on, the last thing anybody want is for bitches who they do not know to come and break up shit. Y'all know how this shit go in St. Louis. Like, if you fighting and what motherfuckers say, nobody better not jump in. And when it comes to break it up, you break up your people. Don't touch my people. I get my people. Don't touch my people. That's what it is. Y'all up here grabbing and pulling and like damn near threw my arm out the socket again. Cause y'all talk about some, nah, he good, let them fight. Bitch, who the fuck are y'all? Back the fuck up before I go to my car. And if I go to my car, I promise you I'ma use what the fuck I got. I ain't that nigga that's just standing over there. So, I made my way to my car. Light-skinned girl came, you good one last time. And, I apologized to her. I was all like, I don't know if I pushed you or did anything. She's like, no, not me. She was all like, but you okay? She's like, that's fucked up. Your sister just left you. I'm all like, right. But it's cool. Like, fuck it. It's cool. Once I got like 5 minutes away, when I was leaving, the police was coming. And the police like parked in front of my car, and I tried to pull off. And he like, were you just in this altercation? I look back, I said, what altercation? I lied to the man. I'm all like, no, I wasn't with them. I just came from over this way. So he moved his car up so I can go. I left, right? Okay, cool. 5 minutes up the street, I tried to call my sister twice on Facebook. She did not pick up, but she seen it. Like, she seen that I called her. So then I shoot a text. I'm sorry, XYZ, woo, wah, 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 wah. I know she's still mad. I'm trying to apologize because that wasn't meant for you, right? But, okay, cool. Then I call my other homegirl who is also in the friend group, but she wasn't at this party, to let her know what happened, right? After I let her know what happened, she called the homeboys there, and, she called and told me, like, yep, they told me what happened. Everybody's story sound like mine's. Only person's story that ain't coincide is my sister's. She had a little razzle dazzle and shit like that. Like, fuck on somewhere. You never liked me. It was just harder for you to hide it. Your true colors start showing. It's been times where I've been invited places because motherfuckers always come to me. Why you didn't come here, there? And then I'll be like, oh, well, I'll be having to play it off like, oh, damn, I was sleepy or I forgot. Whole time, I'm putting two and two together. I'm building a motherfucking Rico case because too many of our friends be like, why you didn't come to my party or why you didn't pop up out here? We invited you through your sister. Whole time, you be telling me that shit is canceled or you not going, but then wind up still going. That's why I'm all like, yeah, she don't be.
This is why transparency is important. Okay, y'all, so me and my boyfriend, we get into a heated argument. We share a car. So in the middle of the argument, boom, he hops in the car, he leaves. So I instantly spazzed the fuck out, grabbed his shoes, bleached them. 3 hours pass by, he come back home, he gets pissed off because he see all his shoes bleached. So he go on this fucking rant about like how when he get mad, he don't fuck with none of my stuff. Only thing he do is hop in the car and he go to his homeboy house so he can chill for a little while. And I'm like, before I could even hop in the car to think about going any motherfucking where, you already gone, so what about it? So at this point, he getting me even more pissed to where I want to touch some more of his shit. So then he got to talking about how his ex-girlfriend was the perfect girl and how he wish he would have never messed it up with her because like she was really a reflection of him. He talking about how when she get mad or he get mad, they they go cool off for a little while, they come back together and they have a conversation and they talk. And I'm thinking in my head like, bitch, if it was just so motherfucking perfect, why y'all not together now? And he was like, he was admitting that he fucked it up and that he wish he would never fucked the relationship up. And I'm at this point, I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm finna go the fuck off. I started to tell that bitch, go find her and go be with her. And then I thought about it. This bitch is single now. She ain't got no man. And if he find out, he might go get her. I don't want to lose my man, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be cautious. Next time I get mad, don't fuck with his shit. Fast forward 2 weeks later, he pissed me off again. He seen a big booty bitch walking down the street, decided that he gotta pick her up because she can't be dragging all that wagon like that. Her feet must be tired. I start to go in that room and snatch him and that game up and fuck both of them up. But I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do what he do. So what I did was I hopped inside the motherfucking car and I just took off. I went to his homeboy house and his homeboy helped me release my stress. We fucked. 3 hours later, I make it back home. Yeah. 3 hours later. Go home, boy. I get in the house, y'all. He big mad. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's wrong? I did the same shit you do. Like, I didn't fuck up your stuff. I'm a reflection of you. Like, I literally hop in the car, went to your homeboy house, because that's what the fuck you do. When you get mad, you go to your homeboy house. I went to your homeboy house, and I'm back. Like, what's going on? He talking about some, yeah. My homeboy called me talking about some, yeah, you going. I'm old school. I don't know what the fuck that mean. I'm like, yeah, like, do he mean like I'm on my way home, I'm going home? Yeah, because if that's what he's saying, like, yeah, I am. I was on my way home. Like, that's what the fuck he meant. Like, he didn't lie. And he like, nah, shot a bitch, like, you fucked my homeboy. And I'm like, okay, so what's the problem? And he saying like, bitch, you fuck my homeboy. And I'm like, damn, like, don't you go over there to relieve your stress? Like, ain't that the same homeboy? Like, did I get the wrong homeboy? Like, was it a different homeboy or something? Like, the fuck? And he like, we relieve our stress in 2 different ways. Like, when I go to my homeboy house, we playing the game. We we talking about different shit. And we talking about problems and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, see, that's where we fucking up at. You weren't transparent. Like, you didn't tell me that you go over there and that's what y'all do. You say you go over there and relieve your stress. I don't know what the fuck that mean. I went over there and I relieved my stress. If you were more transparent, I would have known that, I would have went over there and had a conversation with him about the relationship that me and you have and try to figure this shit out or something like that. I didn't know that that's what you was over there doing. And that's why it's important for y'all to be transparent, because shit like this wouldn't happen if y'all were more transparent. I feel like that's stupid as fuck to just tell somebody halfway shit. Like, I can't, y'all. And why he broke up with me, like, that is fucked up. Like, because he wasn't, that grown people need to learn how.
Your name Leah and you from Philly and you went to Sips yesterday. Watch this video or find this girl for me. So I'm driving Uber early as shit this morning, right? I was up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I walked out the door about like 5:45 because I took a shower last night, and then I took a quick little bird bath in the morning, right? So I get dressed, I run out the door with my bottle of water and shit like that. So I get a ride. So I go to pick up some girl, right? And then when I go pick her up, she gets in the car, but she get in the car with a nigga. So they got like a few stops on the like drop off, right? So you could tell that they was like fucked up, hair all messy. She got like the scarf halfway on. She looked like a little bird or whatever the case maybe is. And the nigga get in the car, he got his little t-shirt on, his little sweatshorts, he got his little slides on. So I'm like, oh yeah, they was just in there doing a cracking of the motherfucking seafood boy, boom. So they first stop, they going to the CVS. So when they go to the CVS or whatever, she like, all right, I'll be right back. So he like, all right, I'm gonna stay in the car. She goes into CVS. He's on the phone. Why did he call the girl Leah and shit like that? She like, why you wasn't answering your phone? She like, not she. He was like, I wasn't answering the phone because I was sleeping and shit like that. What's going on? She like, oh no, I was calling to see like where you end up going at the Sips and shit like that. He was like, remember I told you I was staying with my bro. Lying! He was not with the fucking bro. He was with a bitch in a motherfucking car, and they only at the motherfucking CVS. So he like, all right, I'm gonna call you once I get home and shit, because I'm about to leave his house. You're already in the car. You're not about to leave his house. So you sitting there still lying to this fucking girl, Leah. Remind you, he on speaker. So we hang up. So he like, bro, you just heard that shit? So I'm like, yeah, I heard that shit. Remind you, I'm for the bitches. I'm never for the niggas, unless they the gay niggas. I don't give a fuck about you, ho. So he like, yeah. He was like, that's my girl and shit like that. I'm like, wait, ain't that your girlfriend right there? He like, dang, my girl. I just met that girl. So I'm like, oh, my bad. So she come to the car. She talking about, I need $5 more. He like, $5 more for what? She like, for the fucking plan B, pussy. Like, she start cursing him out. He like, damn, calm the fuck down. He like, damn, I'm gonna give you the $5. She like, why the fuck I even gotta ask you for $5 more fucking dollars? You should have knew how much it was in the first place. So I'm sitting there like this. I'm like, ooh, this shit get good. This shit get good. So he hand her the $5 and she snatched the $5 out of his hand. So she walked back in the car. She walked back in the store. So when she walked back in the store, he like, damn, bitch, you fucking pissed off about a fucking plan B. First of all, you got a girlfriend. Why you even going into that raw? And the motherfucker, you just met this girl or whatever the case may be. So she get back in the car, so she like pop it or whatever. So I'm like, damn, bitches pop plan Bs in front of anybody. So he goes in here, he get dropped off next. And then we go in back to drop her off. So when we on our way to drop him off or whatever, she gonna say, boo, I know you from TikTok. Did he say anything to fuck smart? I said, oh yeah, girl, you know he got a fucking girlfriend. She said, for real? She gonna say, that's why his fucking dick little and he fucking asked me to peg him. Huh? What? Hold the fuck up. Pegging? So she like, yeah, find his fucking girlfriend and I'm the fuck, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I already got the fucking plan B with his dirty ass. Yo, so Leah, your boyfriend was cheating on you yesterday with the girl and she told me to tell the whole story. Yeah, girls stick together. Cheetah power.
So, my mom lost custody of me when I was 5 years old. How did she lose custody of me, y'all say? I don't know. she says that because I have an older brother that's 2 years older than me. So she said that she needed to get on her feet and get herself together because she couldn't take care of 2 kids, right? And so she gave my brother to his grandma, and she gave me to my grandma, my dad's mom, right? And she said the deal was with both grandmas that when she got back on her feet, that she would come back and get us from them. So when she finally did get back on her feet, she said that she went to go and get in the shower, and his granny gave him back. And when she went to go and get me, my granny hit her with custody papers saying that she had custody of me, and that my auntie, my dad's sister, forged her signature on some court papers where her saying that she didn't, like, she was giving up her rights, that she didn't want me anymore. Now, my granny told me that my mom and my dad dropped me off, said that they couldn't, take care of me, and that she didn't want me, and that they can have me, right? And my granny said that she went to court to get custody of me, and my mom knew the court date. She never came to the court date, none of that. And I vividly remember that my granny told me when we got to that courthouse, she told me to tell the judge that I wanted to stay with her and that we'd be able to go to McDonald's after that. Mind you, I'm 5 years old. So I'm like, okay, cool. So when the judge asked me who I wanted to live with, I said I wanted to stay with my granny. So from the age of 5 to 15, my granny had custody of me. Now, you will learn later on in the story some other shit, but what really got me was because my dad sort of has a similar story, as my mom, but my dad was a heroin addict and he was in and out of prison. So it's just like, is your word really trustworthy? You know what I mean? And then his sister, my dad's sister, had 2 kids, and my auntie was a prostitute. She was on drugs real bad, just all type of shit. And my granny never got custody of my cousins. My auntie still had her parental rights with them. You know what I mean? So she never fought to get custody of them. So like as I got older and more stuff started to happen, and I was living with my mom and like we was falling out and stuff like that, I was like thinking in my head, like, okay, why would my granny go through all of that to forge court documents and to do this and to do that and to get custody of me, and you wanted me, so you say, but not my auntie kids, and my auntie kids had it the worst. You know what I mean? So the issue with being raised by my granny was that around the age of like 7 and 8, she started being mentally, physically, and emotionally abusive toward me. Like I could be sitting down watching TV, she's just walking up beating me for no reason. I could be asleep, she's beating me for no reason. I could be in the tub or she's beating me for absolutely no reason at all, just because she's upset about something. My grandpa used to have to tell her all the time to keep her hands off of me. And then she would start to allow some of her brothers to molest me, to rape me, and when I would speak out about it, she would tell me to shut the fuck up. It would get swept under the rug, tell me not to say anything, and I would actually get beat for that. For telling her this is happening to me, I got in trouble for it. Like, what? And so that was my normal. For years, that was my normal. And so my dad's sister had her first child when I was like 8 years old, and that was my baby. Like, because of the stuff that I was going through inside that house with my granny, any chance I got to go with my auntie, so for like winter breaks, summer breaks, spring breaks, I was with her. And it wasn't like physically abusive with her per se at first or anything like that. It was the fact that I was 8 years old taking care of her child. It was like that was my child. I was making bottles, I was changing diapers, I was, feed, all of that shit for years. She would be gone for 2-3 weeks at a time because she's on drugs, she's a prostitute. So and then she ended up having another child, and it was the same thing. It was the same fucking thing. I never had a childhood. I never had a fucking childhood. And so, again, it got to the point where my granny became so fucking evil to where the abuse wasn't really hidden like that no more, per se, because it was more body shots than anything, like across the legs with like belt whips and broomsticks across my back and cords and just all type of shit that was hidden by clothes when I went to school, so you couldn't really see unless you start to notice like I'm walking different, or I'm like easing down when I go to sit down or something like that, or when somebody touched my arm I'm like ow, or like something like that. But it wasn't really like that because I learned how to just ignore the pain. So my granny then started to get worse with it, and I would go to school with bruises across my face. I'll never forget it. One morning, because I didn't want to eat some damn blueberry waffles and I threw them in the garbage, she proceeded to make me eat out of the garbage, other stuff that was in the garbage, on top of the waffles that I didn't like, that I had spit out and threw the rest in the garbage. She made me eat that plus more shit in the garbage. And then when I threw that up, she made me eat my throw up. And because I was crying so much and because I didn't want to do the shit, she hit me across my face like continuously. And so, and this was before, like I'm finna go to school. And so when I leave out for school that day, I had a bruise across my face, and she told me to tell them people that I had fell off my bike. And I was riding my bike and I had fell off my bike, and that's how that happened. And the school, for the first part, like for the most part, believed it. I had one teacher, who was like, nah, and she kind of made a big deal about it, but because my granny who she is, it was like, okay, the girl fell off her bike like she said. So now that y'all have a bit of a background on how I began to live with my granny and some of the things that I went through while I was with her, now we can move on to how my mom regained custody of me. So I used to run away, right? And the police would just bring me right back. My granny would just be like, she's lying, she's just acting out, she's a bad kid, she's woo this, woo that, right? And so the last time that I ran away, I told the police that I'm either going to unalive myself or I am going to unalive my granny if y'all send me back to this house. And so I end up going to stay with one of my grandma's sisters. And then, they got in touch with my mom, and that's how the whole court date of me going, like my mom regaining custody of me. When we got to that court date, it was just so in and out. It was, do you want to live with your mom? Yes. Ask my granny. Do you want to fight this? Do you want to keep her? Do you want to give her to your mom? Give her to her mom. I left with my mother the same day. Now, pretty much throughout my whole life, my mom always said that she fought for me the whole 9 or so years. So when my mom would come and visit and she would bring my brothers to come and see me, she would always say, I'm fighting for you, I'm fighting for you. Because when it was time to go, me and my brothers, we would always cry because we wanted to, I wanted to go back with her and they wanted me to come back as well. So she was like, I'm fighting, woo this, woo that. Now, like maybe 3 or 2 years before my mom regained custody of me, I was telling her the abuse and stuff that I was going through, with my granny. And she's like, I'm on it, I'm fighting, I'm, woo out the bam. And now that I'm in my adulthood, it's just so crazy and unsettling to me of how she never regained custody of me until I fought for it. So when I got back with my mom, she would tell me how she knew my granny was crazy, and like she knew how my granny was, and she knew how my auntie was, and she knew how certain people on that side of the family was. So when I try to wrap my head around, it took you 9 years or so to get custody of me again, and it wasn't even because it was something that you did, it was something that I did. How? Like how? really honestly explain to me how, as a mother, you can sit in my face and tell me that you knew how crazy my granny was, you knew how that side of the family was, like some of them was. It took you that long to get me back, so you're coming to visit every now and then. Like, they didn't come to visit a lot, like, at all. Like, it was literally like every blue moon they came to visit. It was literally every blue moon that I would talk to them, and they sent me off a whole lot. Like, I'm coming, and I'm sitting in the damn windowsill waiting for them to come, and nobody ever shows up, and now I'm crying myself to sleep. And it just helps my granny argument that, oh, they don't want you, because she never missed a moment to tell me that. So how the fuck are you gonna sit up and tell me this, that you fought for me for so long, from somebody who forged signatures and basically lied on you and stole me? And then, like I said, you're sitting up here hee-heeing and ha-haing with this I could never. If I was a mother, I could never. I don't give a fuck. Trying to play nice, I would never. Like, give me my baby back, bitch, for I'll blow this bitch down. Oh, my granny's all like, oh, I'm gonna call the police. Oh, motherfucker, call them. If I was my mom, I would have been like, call them motherfuckers. I don't care. Give me my baby back. Give me my child back.
Hey friends, so I lost a job last week that I've been in training for over 2 months due to my digital footprint, so let's talk about it. It's honestly a really long story, and I'm not going to get into the whole nitty-gritty of it because most of it has nothing to do with me. But I'm just going to tell you my side of the story, and y'all can think what you want or agree with whoever, whatever. So basically this all started 3 years ago. Yes, 3 years ago. I decided to drop out of college. So I was there for the fall semester, didn't go back for spring. So months go by, I'm not there, obviously. My friend, like my really good friend at the time, she keeps like calling me. She always keeps me updated and stuff. She keeps calling me. She's telling me like someone's stalking her, someone's messing with her, like someone busted her tires, put syrup all over her car, is leaving notes at her door, just like all this crazy stuff. Like any normal person would be like very concerned about this, like scared, like what is happening, who's doing this, whatever. She ends up finding out who it is, right? Anyways, I'm not going to get into like all that, like I said. Fast forward to August, I decided to move back to the Carolinas. So I moved back, I get an apartment. The second day I'm back, we go to Walmart. We're in the Walmart, not knowing that this girl that had been stalking her worked at the Walmart. We go into the Walmart, we're shopping. Next thing you know, this girl runs up and she's like, do you know me? And we're like, and then like my friend and her go back and forth just like a little bit, like, okay, do you know me? Like, and the girl's like, well, we can fight right now. My friend's like, what are we fighting for? Like, if you can't give me a reason why we're fighting, I'm not fighting you. Yada, yada, yada. She starts taking off her Walmart vest, taking off her shoes, and we're like, girl, no. So we go outside, like, we're not fighting you. And all of her coworkers are standing around, mind you, just watching this whole thing go down. Like, men. No one's trying to, like, get her away from the situation, like, nothing. We go outside, and we call our moms, and we're like, yeah, this girl just ran up in the in the Walmart. The girl that's been stalking and harassing, like, you know, yada, yada, yada. In the midst of all that, we're, like, laughing about it. We get on TikTok, and we're, like, just making a video. We're like, girl, why did this girl just try to fight us in the Walmart? And I don't remember the video verbatim because it's been 3 years and like it's really irrelevant to me by now. But I think my friend said something along the lines like, oh my god, I need to get a taser. And I was like, no bitch, you need a gun. And then we like start laughing. Was the video tasteless? Sure, whatever. So my mom sees the video and she's like, yeah, no, you should probably take that down. So I take it down. Somehow in the midst of me posting that video and taking it down, this girl that I don't know, never have, never will, finds my TikTok and she screen records the video. From that point on, she sends the video to my job at the time, which was Hooters. Sorry, I just had to make sure that was recording. But it was Hooters. I had worked there for like 3 years. She sends the video to my GM, corporate, and HR saying that I am stalking her, harassing her, threatening her life with a gun. She's so scared, just like all this stuff. Sends it from a fake name, mind you. And I tell my manager exactly what, he pulls me into the office, I tell him exactly what happened. Like, I run the situation down from the beginning, like with details, yada, yada, yada. He's like, okay, like, obviously I believe you, but since she did already elevate it to HR and everything, like, you're gonna have to meet with them and you're gonna have to plead your case. Like, I've pled your case as much as I can. They also did reach out to my old Hooters that I was working at when I was home, and that boss also vouched for me, like, super hard. They're like, no, she's great, she's amazing, great work ethic, all this stuff. So I meet with HR and she's like, since your bosses are vouching for you so hard, like, I'm gonna let this slide, but we're gonna give you a first and final write-up. So if you do anything else, you're gonna be fired. But like, obviously I wasn't gonna do anything else. I hadn't done anything in 3 years. So that happened. I move on with my life. The next thing you know, my mom calls me and she's like, why are the police at my house looking for you, saying that this girl's filing restraining order on you for bullying, stalking, and harassing her. And I'm like, how am I bullying, stalking, and harassing her? I've never had any contact with this lady. But okay. Then I'm sleeping in my apartment one day, like here, and there's a huge bang on the door, and like I'm still asleep, so I didn't really like wake up for it. But my roommate at the time had answered the door. Next thing you know, the cops are knocking on my bedroom door, and they're like, oh, this girl, you have to go to court. She's filing a restraining order on you for bullying and harassing her and stalking her. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we go to court like 3 separate times. Again, this has nothing to do with me. So in the courtroom, she brings up this video, and she's like, do you feel bad? And I'm like, not particularly. Like, I mean, like, sure, the video was tasteless and like it didn't need to be posted, but like I don't feel bad because I didn't say anything. I'm like, I didn't threaten you, I didn't say anything, yada yada yada. And the judge is like, my question is where she even comes into play in this situation, like me. And I'm like, I don't, like, this situation has nothing to do with me. She just felt like I'm friends with my friend, so she's out to get me too. Anyways, so he's like, okay, so obviously she loses at court every single time because my friend also went against her, and the evidence clearly showed that she was the bully, the stalker, and harasser. We're leaving the courtroom, and her and her cousin are literally trying to like still like intimidate us and like fight us. So the cops literally had to escort us out of the courtroom. After that, I do not hear from this girl. I do not know this girl. I never did know her. Like, I barely know her name. Never seen her. I move on with my life. It's been 3 years. Literally 3 years. Fast forward to last week. Like I said, been in training for Pilates for about 2 months now. Last Friday at 4 p.m., I'm supposed to teach my first official class. So, like 2 days before that, the owner of the studio had sent me like the flyer for my class. So I post the flyer on my Instagram and my TikTok to get people to come to my class. I get people to come to my class, and that Thursday night, I go to bed because I'm like, let me get a good night's rest. I can get up and like practice my class a few times before I actually teach it. And my boyfriend texts me at like 2 in the morning, and I just happen to wake up at 2 in the morning. He's like, you canceled your class for tomorrow. And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? He's like, my sister texted me and said she got an email that your class is canceled. I'm like, that's weird. So I go to my email, and I have an email from the owner saying that she received some compromising social media videos from me, or like my conduct about me threatening someone's life with a gun, and she absolutely cannot have that associated with her studio, and that the safety of her clients and her business comes first, yada yada yada. And she's like, but I am still gonna pay you since you put so much time and effort into this, etc., etc. Okay, so I email her back. I sent her this very long, detailed email, like explaining the whole situation from the beginning, like I did with my boss years ago, like how this all started, that this girl is harassing and stalking and bullying me and my friend, trying to ruin our lives. She's also done other stuff to my friend like a year and a half ago, whatever. And I also asked if I could receive a copy of these materials, like said materials that were sent in, so that I could pursue further legal action against her, because I also told her that we went to court already for this 3 years ago. This video was brought up, and I acknowledged and I took accountability for the video, and I left it at that. Since then, I sent her this email on Friday. I also sent her another email 2 days ago. Ghosted. She ghosted me. We were still friends on social media. Like, not only did I still follow the Instagram for the studio, but me and her were friends on like our personal pages. She's posting all over her personal pages. So I removed her as a follower. I unfollowed her, unfollowed the studio, because how is that good business practice? And then it's like, I understand that your business is like important, but also it's like, at what point do you protect your employees? Because in this situation, you're giving the abuser all the power. And it's like, this situation happened 3 years ago, and I never threatened this girl's life. And if you watch the video, like you said, you can see that I never threatened her life. We were laughing, and like I said, yeah, the video was maybe tasteless, but for you to be trying to come for my character and say that, oh, you need your clients to be safe and feel safe, like, you think I'm gonna shoot up the fucking studio? Like, let's be so serious. I'm like probably the least violent person anyone knows. I don't even fight people with my fists. I've never been in a fight, let alone a gunfight that I don't own. Like, let's be so real. And then I just feel like as a business owner, for you to not even like come to me, like call me, tell me to come in and like talk to me about the situation, and you just terminate me immediately, that's crazy. So I also went to my other bosses at like my bartending jobs, and I asked them like, had this girl ever try to like send in anything? And they were like, no. But I told them the whole situation, like how I got terminated, and they were like, well, you don't want to work for somebody like that. And I'm like, yeah. And then I called my mom and I told her the situation. She literally said the same exact thing. And I'm like, I don't want to work for somebody like that, but it's just the principle of the situation. Like, I spent so much time and effort training for this. Like, even outside of that, haven't gotten a dime for it. Like, she said she was going to pay me, still has not paid me because, again, she's ghosted me. I'm just so confused. Like, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe y'all can say I'm wrong in the situation. I really don't know, but all I can do is take accountability for, like, what was said. But that was the only thing that ever happened. And then, like I said, we went to court about it, and like I never threatened this girl's life. And if I had threatened this girl's life, I'm sure the restraining order that she tried to file against me would have went through, and it didn't. But for you to just let somebody just like, I don't know, like my character's being defamed, like this is just crazy. So I actually filmed this video the day it happened, but I was like hysterically crying and like all over the place, so I didn't post it because that was just a lot. But yeah, so y'all can let me know if you think I'm wrong. It's not even really about a right or wrong. It's just like crazy. Like, people are so miserable and like they have nothing better to do in their lives, so they just want to mess with your life. So be mindful what you post on social media, not only because it can come back to bite you, but because people are literally preying on your downfall and you never know who's watching. So that's my TED Talk for the day. Yeah.
I can't even give it a context, so I just gotta tell you the story, and I'm gonna just tell you how it goes. So, boom, my bro called me. It's about 9:45 a.m. in the morning. I'm damn near just waking up. He like, yo, bro, he called me on the phone. He's dumb tight. He's like, he's so mad that to the point, like, this nigga's damn near screaming on my phone. He's like, I hate this bitch. I hate this bitch. I hate this bitch. I'm like, damn, like, get a new bitch if you hate her that bad. And he's like, bro, I hate this bitch. I'm like, what happened? My boy, I guess it was her birthday. He paid for a trip for them to go to Miami. She was being mad ungrateful on the whole Miami trip. Mind you, this is a regular fucking Bronx bitch that don't never go nowhere in life. So I'm really surprised on why she's even crying about being in Miami. Boom. He like, yo, bro, I just paid for us to go to this restaurant. She ordered mad food, didn't even eat the food. Then bill came out. She didn't even, I had to pay. I paid the bill. I'm dumb tight. We go to Design District. I step away for 2 seconds. This bitch is talking to the nigga at the ice cream shop. What do you think I should do? I said, you know what I think you should do? He said, what? I said, I think you should go with her into the store, make her pick out her shoes, pick hella shit and tell her that you're gonna get it for her, and then go to the nearest bad bitch and ask her what item she wants and buy it for her and tell her to go tell them niggas that she was talking to go buy her that shit. And the next thing that you should do is you should go to the hotel, pack all your stuff, leave her at a restaurant, go to a hotel, pack all your stuff, and check out and let them leave her stuff in the lobby. You have to run a strict program. So he like, I bet I'm gonna call you back. Boom, he bangs it. I get up, I start my day, I go get breakfast, I'm chilling, whatever. I get another call back. Now this time, it's bro calling me again. I'm like, yo, hello? Guess who's on the line? Guess who's on the line? No, guess who's on the line? The girlfriend calls me. She FaceTimes me. Why is my bro on the floor, bloody? She got him holding by his dress. She tells me, watch your back, get low, fuck nigga, and hangs up on me. Why you ain't tell me your bitch be beating niggas? See, I don't give advice to niggas who bitch beat on them. Like, now I gotta duck and watch my back. I'm not playing with that bitch.
Hey y'all, let me give y'all the story time on what just happened with one of my clients. I do not be doing a lot of story times, but this needs to be a story time because I'm still flabbergasted. Like, okay, her appointment was at 1:30 p.m. I always send my clients either between an hour or 30 minutes before their appointment a message that says this. Y'all can pause and read. So I sent the message, and this is her response. And then she didn't say her ETA, which that is asked at the end of the message. So I said, what was what's her ETA or whatever. She sent the ETA. Cool. So then she proceeds to ask, oh, and what's the remaining balance? Sent her the remaining balance. She told me, she was like, the time keep changing on when she gonna get here or whatever. I didn't respond because as long as you're here before the time that's on the thing, then that you're fine. So cool. 1:30 get here. That's her appointment time. She's not here. So I sent this message. I could pause and read. She said she here. She don't know what building, so I tell her what building. Mind you, now it's 2 minutes before the appointment is finna get canceled. She sent a voice message. I'm finna play the voice message.
Really, I'm trying to see it. I don't want you to cancel. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know where to go.
As y'all can hear in the video, it sounds like you're actively driving. So are you here or are you not here? So boom, she says she outside, she at the gate. So I go downstairs, I don't see her. Then she was talking to somebody, I guess somebody, whoever dropped her off. She was talking to them, and she was like, do you see a girl? So I peeked my head out and I waved at her, and I was like, hey, or whatever. She didn't say nothing back. So I'm like, taking it back a little bit, but I didn't say nothing. I just asked her, I was like, how are you? She was like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I asked her, I was like, is you scared of dogs or anything like that? She was like, mm-mm. So cool. We get upstairs. I tell her, I say, sit here or whatever. I go and tell my mama though, I'm like, her energy kind of off. Like, I don't know. So I go back in there and I'm about to start doing her hair. I'm getting the music and stuff set up. But as soon as I get behind the chair, any service provider know you don't have to purposefully be looking at nobody's stuff. You don't have to do none of that. But if you're above them, looking down, you're going to see their phone. Just so happened when I look down and I see her phone, I see that you're talking about me as soon as you sit your butt in the chair. Like, the message reads, I'm so sick of this shit and I'm never getting my hair done by nobody else again. Mind y'all, she just sat down. Like, it's no way you talk about you not getting your hair done by nobody else. I haven't even did anything, and I've been nothing but nice this entire time. So boom, I go back to my mom and I'm like, Mom, she's talking about me. Like, she's literally talking about me. So my mom like, just go back in there, just feel the energy or whatever, and if you feel like you don't want to do her hair, you don't have to do her hair. So I'm like, okay. So I go back in there. I asked her, I'm like, how you want your edges? She was like, minimum. I'm like, okay. Just one word responses. And then she get the type of something. The friend asked her, she was like, what happened or whatever. She was like, this B got a policy that say if you 8 minutes late, then da 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 da, and you gonna get your appointment canceled. Mind you, I'm texting and calling, she not answering. Who are you talking to? And I'm literally right here. Like, that's just so disrespectful. And I don't know if she thought because I'm a child, I wasn't going to say nothing. But that is disrespectful. That's next level disrespect. Like, I would never go to nobody place of business, no matter if it's in a salon, a sweet house, whatever it is. I'm never going to disrespect you blatantly in front of your face. I feel like if you have all of this energy, you should tell your friend after the appointment, before the appointment, anything. But you're texting them right here in my face. So I stepped on her hair. I stepped back, and like, if y'all ever been here, it's a chair and it's a big old mirror in front of real tall mirror. So I'm step back and I look at her through the mirror, and she glanced at me and she clicked the phone. And how you select and delete something, she selected and deleted it and was finna text a friend, oh, it's too much to type, it's too much to type, I'm gonna text you after. So I said, you just gonna talk about me? She didn't say nothing, so I walked out and I went to go get my mama. And y'all, me keep going to go get my mama is not based on me being a child. I do not want to be unprofessional talking about me. So I'm like, Mama, I don't know, but she has to go. Like, I'm not doing her hair. She has to go. I'm not doing her hair. She talked about me. She calling me B words, this, and that. That's disrespectful. I'm not doing it. So my mama come out the room or whatever. She come in there. She was like, hey, you were talking about her, like, you call her out of her name, call her a B word, this, and that. She looking like she's seeing a ghost. So as she looking like that, I'm like, yeah, like, I don't want to service you no more. Yeah, and I don't want to service you no more because that was rude, and I feel like that's rude. And now since I'm saying something, she like, oh my gosh, really? It wasn't meant like that. And I'm supposed to put the videos up here too so I can see, because I recorded the entire thing. Y'all, it took her 10 minutes to get out of the house. Like, my mama like, come on, like, no. She begging. She like, you sure I can't pay extra? Even if I pay extra? No, it's fine. You gotta understand. Begging, like, you're my savior. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be getting my hair done. Something like this happened to me last week. This, and that.
It's it, maybe one thing, but you did disrespect her. And you did hop shit right in front of her face.
Mind y'all, if something like this happened to you last week, it's giving that you're the problem.
And I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So she bust out crying and everything. I'm so sorry. This, and that. My mama like, don't cry. You don't have nothing to cry about. You just need to be accountable and mindful because you're in somebody's space. At the end of the day, she do a whole bunch of people here. Nobody ever did no disrespectful stuff like that. So she like, I'm sorry. I just want to apologize to you. Disrespect the girl house. Apologize to her. Disrespecting her space. Whoa. Cool. Have a great rest of your day. Y'all be thinking it's over with. She left the house, I killed you not, it was 1:52. She get out the house at 1:52, y'all. 5:47, I get a call, or whatever, it was 5 something. I get a call, and I get a text, and she's like, oh, can I get my deposit back? Mind y'all, here's the video. My mama said, you're not getting no deposit back, or whatever. She was like, okay. She was like, is the other money for the rest gonna be charged too? And I was like, no, it's not. Like, you're fine, you can go. Have a great day. And your deposit and all that has been completed. Why are you texting, talking about, can you get your deposit back? No, you cannot get your deposit back. I didn't do anything wrong. I kicked you out of my space because you was disrespecting me. Don't disrespect me. Never. So I call. She got her friends and stuff on a stud girl on the phone. She got them all on the 3-way call, doing all of this. And you're yelling at her. Who are you yelling at? Who are you talking to? Mind you, you've been blocked. You've been banned. What are you, like, I'm confused. Y'all, these clients is getting out of hand because, yeah, I don't know who she was talking to, honestly, but make sure y'all book the look. Katie Stout her.
Every time I got into a physical altercation and ended up getting snuck at a hospital. So around this time, I was hanging with this girl, and she was kicking it with this nigga. Now, this particular night, she brought me with her by her boyfriend, and he had a friend. We gonna name his friend K. So immediately when I seen KK see me, we be giving eyes, and yeah. So K, we had a couple conversations. K said to me out his mouth, like, after I pop these pills, you're gonna be in love with me and you ain't never gonna leave me alone. I don't know what said pills these was K took, but after K took these pills, I was indeed in love with K. So time going on, me and K is kicking it. From that night on, me and K locked in, kicking it. This my little shit. So 2 weeks into talking to K, I learned some shit about him. Now, prior to dealing with me, K was dealing with this girl for 2 years, right? The girl lives in his mother's house. Her mom passed away. His mom took her in as if she was one of her own. You know, that kind of shit. At this time, he like, look, I don't go with old girl. This ain't that. This my mom's house. I can control what happens here. She just live here. So, cool. Mind you, I don't care what's going on at your mother's house. I got my own house. This is just what it is. So I'm fucking with K. K fucking with me. Cool. Now time go on. I'm fucking with K. He's still living at the house. He's telling me he's single, but they still live together. I don't know what's going on, but I'm fucking with him. Mind you, ever since this girl figured out about me or learned about me or whatever, this girl want to fight. Every time she see me, this girl want to fight me. So prior to the hospital incident, me and this girl had multiple altercations. So, mind you, at this time, K is on parole, probation, I don't know. But he has to attend a program every day. So this particular day, he like, babe, I don't want to go. Let's just go to the hospital, get a doctor's note. Okay, cool, I'm going to come with you. And K goes to the hospital. Mind you, wasn't nothing wrong with him. He wasn't in pain, he wasn't hurting. He just really wanted the note. So we get there, he told him his stomach hurt, he don't feel good. They gave K a drink. Now, the bottle was this big. I don't know what was in this drink, but K had to drink the whole drink, and then they said, tell him how he feel after the drink is gone. Cool. So after he drank this drink, now he is actually indeed in pain. I don't know what was in this said drink they gave him, but it's fucking with his stomach now. Now he having stomach pains, he having stomach cramps, he can't get up, he can't walk. He's telling me like, babe, I don't feel good. So I'm telling the people like, hey, he don't feel good, this is what it is. So from us just going to get a note, now they're telling us K has to be admitted. He can't go home for the night. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stay with you. I'm not going to leave you here. Cool. I'm staying with him. We stayed the night. Everything was everything. They monitor him throughout the night. I'm right there with him. Everything was cool. The next morning come, I got to go. I got to go change my clothes. Grab some shit. Babe, I'll be back. I got to go get myself together. I go home, freshen up. I come back. Me and Kay chilling. But when I get back, he on the phone with the mom. Mind you, the phone on speaker, so I hear everything. The mom is like, hey,
Oh, girl, want to come bring the kids up to see you because she about to go down south. Mind you, Kay don't got no kids with this girl at this time. But being as though his mom took her in and, you know, they've been together for 2 years, whatever, the kids, they look at the kids as if these is Kay kids. Cool. So he told his mother, like, look, my girlfriend up here, she's not leaving. Tell old girl, don't come up here with that dumb shit. I don't feel good. So the mom is like, no, she's not on that. She just want the kids to see you before they go. Whatever. Cool. In the process of him talking to the mom, now my phone is ringing. It's my best friend at the time. So I'm like, hey, best friend, my man at the hospital, just come up here, you know, whatever. That's just where I'm chilling at. Cool. My best friend said I'm coming. I'll be here in 20 minutes. That was that. He like, bae, she coming up here, this, that, and third. I'm like, I don't care. Tell her to come. You know, I'm not scared of nobody. Tell the bitch to come. Whatever. So cool. My best friend ends up getting there within like 10 minutes. So 10 minutes came, my best friend came. Cool. We all chilling, we kicking it. Everything's everything. So now he like, babe, I'm hungry, I want some food. I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to run to the Chinese store because it was right across the street. So I'm gonna get you some Chinese food, I'll be back. Cool. Me and best friend leave, we go get the Chinese food. So I was gone for about 20 minutes. I came back, I'm walking in the room, I see the girl and the kids. Along with the girl is his sister. Now his sister don't like me, keep in mind, because her and the girl is locked in. They call each other sisters, the sisters with the girl. So it's the sister, the girl, and 2 little kids. So when I walk in, I walk straight up to him. I'm like, hey, babe, you okay? I bend down and I kiss him. I go to put my stuff down. I think she was mad that I kissed him. I don't know. But as I turn around, I put my stuff down. As I go to turn around, this bitch done snuck me. Mind you, anytime we fought, I always maced this girl because at the time I was skinny. I was little as hell, and she was so much bigger than me. So, yeah. But when she snuck me, I had just put all my shit down. So I just turned around and then instantly it was up. We getting it popping in this hospital right now. We fighting, we carrying on. As we fighting, I look over and I see the sister got best friend pinned down to the bed. Now in this hospital bed, in this hospital room, he's in one bed and is another bed. So I don't know what was going on, but when I look up, best friend is pinned down to the bed. The sister is holding her down with all her force. Mind you, the sister is big too. Y'all, it's going up. It's going up. So we fighting. Security come running in. They break it up. I look over at him. Y'all, Kay is ripping all these IVs out his arm. He is going the fuck off.
If only I had listened to my woman's intuition this weekend, I probably would have avoided all the drama. For those of you that don't know, I went to go see who I should have matched with on Pop the Balloon, episode 113. But this is probably the worst vacation, flued out experience I have ever had. Let's talk about it. So the reason why I say my intuition spoke to me is because when I tell y'all, for somebody that's interested in me, this man does not know anything about me. He doesn't know how many siblings I have. He doesn't know where I'm from. He doesn't know if I have a master's degree, a bachelor's degree. He doesn't know anything about me. Because when I tell you, from the moment we left that show all the way up until now, me and that man have had 0 in-depth conversations. So for someone to want me to come out for their birthday, and y'all, I should have said no to begin with, because when I say this man wanted me to fly myself out as a good faith measure for his birthday that he asked for me to come to. Remember that. So mind you, it's up until the week that I'm supposed to be there, and he hasn't given me an itinerary or anything in reference to what we're going to be doing while I'm in Dallas, the time that we're going to spend, how I'm getting from the airport to where I'm supposed to be going. He has not given me any information. So I learned about the hotel that I'm quote unquote supposed to be coming to. Don't know if I'm staying there the whole weekend or not. I remember us speaking about the white party and how I don't want to go to the white party because I'm not a sociable person like that. I'm not a club person. I'm not a lounge person. That's just who I am as a person. He's like, oh, you can just stay in the, in the hotel that I have, and I'll come back to the hotel for you. Okay. Mind you, I learned about this hotel the day of when I fly in. There is no transportation arranged for me. I didn't find out that there was going to be an Uber until I'm already walking through the airport after getting off my flight. I didn't know that. I'm a pre-planned person, so I had already set up a Turo vehicle. I get to said hotel after being in traffic for a while. He didn't tell me how far away the hotel was going to be from the airport, which is fine, whatever. I get there and he did not inform me that parking was scarce as well. Mind you, we got on FaceTime and he was like, oh, yeah, I just woke up from a nap. Why you couldn't come get me from the airport after you took a nap is above me. But clearly, Southern hospitality is not truly a thing here. So I get to the hotel after just getting off my flight. I'm tired. And he has me sitting in the hotel lobby because he's not there. He's at the 7-Eleven around the corner from the hotel. You would have thought, hey, is there anything that you want to drink? I know that you're tired. I know that you've been on a flight all morning. I know you've been at Atlanta's airport since 10 o'clock that morning and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. So is there anything that you might want? He did not ask me anything. He bought drinks for his pregame party. So I get up to the room and we're sitting there and I'm quite literally irritated. Why would I not be irritated? Because I've been on a flight all day. I have not eaten. I haven't done anything or had a chance to shower. This man didn't even want to walk down to the car to get my stuff. Like, he wasn't like, hey, let's go get your stuff. Like, what's going on? All the things. So instantly I'm irritated. So I end up leaving because I don't like unorganized. Like, I don't like chaos at all. So, mind you, he didn't call me to check on me. Hey, where are you going? Where are you staying? Nothing. He didn't give a damn. I called him and I'm just like, I don't appreciate this being unorganized. He's like, well, you know, this, that, and the third. Maybe I thought I had communicated and all of the things. Nothing remotely close to an apology. So I get to my Airbnb that I booked last minute because, you know, that's kind of things that you have to do. And I go out for the night. I go do my own thing. The next morning, he calls me and he's like, let's go to breakfast this morning. I haven't had a chance to spend time with you. You know, I want to spend time. I know there's a lot going on. Let me see you. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I get there. Only for him to open up the door, there's 3 guys laying in the living room sleep, and there's a girl in his bed, who I later find out is his sister. I'm thinking we're just going to grab his pants or grab his shoes, and we're going to go off to go get breakfast. No. I spend the next 3.5 hours eating Cracker Jacks out of a bag that the hotel gave them. I guess, I don't know if it was free, complimentary, what it is, but I spent the next 3.5 hours cleaning the hotel. In which we leave. I drop his homeboys off to their car, and I'm looking for him. Hey, I'm back at the hotel to pick you up so we can go get breakfast or whatever, brunch or whatever the case may be, and he's not there. Instead, he calls me, sends me an address, and says, oh, I made a reservation. You say I don't do anything. I made a reservation. Only for me to get there and he's already there. He's like, yeah, come inside and come upstairs. And I'm like, I've never been here before. You would have thought that you would have at least waited on me or came and walked down and to get me from a place that I've never been before. Only for him to come down the steps finally to come get me. I make it to the top of the steps only to see that we are having brunch with 2 other people, his homeboys, in which they proceed to scald and embarrass me for the next hour to hour and a half. I sit at the table. They don't say anything to me. I'm on live the whole time. And they're like, are they really having a conversation and acting like you as though you're not there? Yes, they are. Mind you, this is the same man during that 3.5 hour time that gave me the phone numerous of times to tell these people that, oh, this is my girlfriend. Y'all say hey to my girlfriend. I'm just as confused as these people are on the FaceTime. So finally, they acknowledge me. He's like, oh, yeah, this is Drea. His friend says, Bria? I said, who is Bria? My name is Drea. He said, oh, I thought he said Bria. I said, no. He said, how has your experience been so far? I said, terrible. He said, is there anything that went good this weekend so far? I said, no. He said, is there nothing that you can find? No. He said, I would have thought that by the time, we're going to call him Dallas, by the time Dallas made it to 30, maybe he would have grown up by then, but that's our friend, and we accept our friend for who he is, but he does have a lot of growing up to do, and you just have to accept him for who he is. Y'all are condoning bad behavior. So not only is this going on, but Dallas is laughing as though the shit is fucking funny. This is embarrassing. He's laughing as though it's okay, like this behavior is acceptable for you being 30 years old. I had in my mind from the moment that I popped on him that if we ever had a conversation or got to know each other outside of this, he was going to go out his way to embarrass me. And lo and behold, this man went out his way to embarrass me. I feel like I single handedly was the entertainment for the entire weekend while everybody stood around and laughed at me. However, I'm new to this. Well, I'm not even new to this. I'm true to this. Every time I feel uncomfortable, I left. Same occasion here, but I'm going to give you all the full rundown. I'm going to have to make a part 2 because this is how bad the weekend went. And I want for you guys to get a full front seat of the mockery in which he made me the entire weekend. And do you think that I ever got an apology? The man called me the day that I got home on Monday. Mind you, he flew me in on Saturday just to say, oh, I don't know what happened this weekend. Let me sit with it and I'll give you a phone call. When I say, sir, we're never going to have another conversation. In all actuality, I don't think I ever want to fly to Dallas again. I don't want to date a Dallas man, actually. I'm traumatized. But please stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to give you guys the full gist and the full rundown of what was a mockery of the entire weekend. So, part 2. Let's finish up the brunch because that was the icing on the cake, you guys. So we're sitting at the table and then he finally introduces me to his friend, Bria. Not Drea, but Bria. We're sitting there and telling them about how bad it was, and they're like giving me the warning, like, oh yeah, that's our friend and we wish he would grow up or whatever. And he's just a cackling and laughing like they told him that he won the fucking Grammys. Like, sir, you honestly should be embarrassed because what the fuck is funny? I understand being a comedian, but ain't shit to laugh at right now. So, mind you, the friend is like, so you went on Pop the Balloon for what exactly? It says Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I went on there to find love. So, the friend is like, oh yeah, were you expecting a ring? No, but I was expecting to find love. And so I say, marrying a man is really not that hard, actually. You can ha-ha a man right out his damn drawers if you want to be technical about it. So his friend follows up and says, so you're going to force a man to marry you? When did I say that? And again, at my expense is ha-ha, he. Babe, you act like your friend the only person that want me. Like, we didn't go on a whole damn near national TV show for YouTube to find love, and you think that your friend is the only one that's in my DMs checking for me. You act like your friend the only one that's flying me out. So the friend is like, yeah, maybe y'all can be friends. Maybe, y'all can do a little content together. I said, I'd rather drink bleach every hour on the hour for the next year than to ever let your friend make $1 off me. And he's like, well, if you go to the pool party, y'all can do y'all's own thing and maybe you'll meet somebody there. I said, nah, probably not. So the waiter comes to the table and he's like, the waiter's like, so how the check's gonna be? And the friend says, oh, they're separate. For the folks that was on the live, separate. Did he say separate? Yeah, he said separate. So the checks come to the table. And the guy that I'm there for, Dallas, he puts the 2 checks together and he slides them my way. Now, clearly, I know that this is a joke, but ain't shit funny at this point. You have embarrassed me in every which way possible the entire weekend, and you have the nerves to slide the checks my way and laugh as though I will not make your ass wear this drink that your ass is sipping on right now out of a fucking wine glass. And a straw at that. If you're going to drink something out of wine glass, drink it out of wine glass correctly and hold your fucking pinky out, boo, because it's giving very much feminine. So at this point, I'm looking at him pretty ugly, and I said, don't say another fucking word to me. Don't touch me. Ain't shit funny, because at this point, you're really disrespectful. So he grabs the checks back. He's like, I was just playing. At this point, I get up and strut my ass on out the door, and I head on back to my Airbnb. He calls me like 10 minutes later. He said, where did you go? We're down the street. You done kicking it with us? I said, so you can embarrass me some more? Absolutely not. You brought me here just to embarrass me because in your mind, every second that I talked to that man, he made it a point to let me know that I popped on him on national television and how embarrassing it was. So I'm convinced that you flew me here just to embarrass me how I did you. So, yeah. No, thank you. I'll take what's left of what you thought you were doing, and I'm gonna go do my own thing. Thank you, though. And lo and behold, this man calls me the day that I leave, and I'm finally back in Atlanta. Um, and he's like, "Oh, I was just checking to make sure you made it home back safe." He ain't checked on me the whole fucking weekend. But happy birthday to you, King. You thought you was gonna get a birthday present from me. Yeah, no. And then he calls me yesterday, I think it was. And he was like, "Oh, I don't know what happened. I need to sit there and ponder on it, and I'll call you later." Actually, sir, you don't ever have to call me again. I hope to never see you again. Because when I sat at that table and I told you if I ever caught you again, if we ever rekindled this, I was going to dog walk your ass. And I would talk to you again just to do exactly that, dog walk your ass. So instead of me getting into my villain air and really showing you who the fuck I am, I would prefer for you to stay the fuck out my face. So, yeah. That is how Pop the Balloon went. If you have the intuition to pop on somebody and you go on there, don't feel bad after the fact. Because when I say these men go up there to play, you spent all that money going on Pop the Balloon just to play all motherfucking day.
She had flown herself out because he asked her to, as a good faith measure, he said, for his birthday. She did not know the weekend itinerary or where she was sleeping or how far the hotel was from the airport, because in the weeks between the show and her flight, he had not once asked her anything personal or told her anything specific. She found out about the hotel the day of. She had already booked a Turo vehicle because she is a pre-planner, and something told her to have her own transportation. She found out about the Uber he had arranged while she was still walking through baggage claim after landing. She drove herself to the hotel. Parking was not where he said. She got to the hotel and he was not there. He was at the 7-Eleven around the corner. She sat in the hotel lobby, tired, having been at Atlanta's airport since 10 that morning. It was 4 in the afternoon. He had just woken up from a nap. He did not ask if she wanted something to drink or eat. He had bought drinks for his pregame. She went up to the room and she was irritated because why would she not be? She had not eaten. She had not showered. He did not offer to walk to the car to help with her things. She left. He did not call to check on her. She called him. He offered explanations, nothing close to an apology. She booked an Airbnb last minute and went out for the night on her own. The next morning, he called and said he wanted to see her, wanted to spend time, wanted to make it up to her. She went. She walked into the room to find 3 guys asleep on the floor and a woman in his bed who turned out to be his sister. She thought they were going to grab his shoes and go get food. Instead, she spent the next 3.5 hours eating Cracker Jacks out of a complimentary hotel bag and cleaning the room while people slept around her. When they finally left, she drove his friends to their car. She came back for him. He was already gone and had texted her an address. She had never been to the place before. She found the address, went in, was told to come upstairs. She made it to the top of the steps to find him already seated at a table with 2 of his friends. He had not come down to walk her in. She sat down. His friends did not acknowledge her. She was on live the entire time. His friends had a full conversation with each other as though she was not at the table. When they finally spoke to her, one of them called her Bria. Her name is Drea. She corrected him. He asked how her experience had been so far. She said, terrible. He asked if anything had gone well. She said, no. The friend said this is just how Dallas is, that they had hoped he would have grown up by 30, but they accept him for who he is. She said that is condoning bad behavior. Dallas laughed the entire time. He thought it was funny. The both sides of Dallas is that the friend said something real without meaning to. He has a lot of growing up to do, and we accept him for who he is. That is a real description of a real person. Someone can be disorganized, bad at hosting, bad at reading what another person needs without engineering any of it deliberately. The miscommunication argument has weight for some of it. The parking, the Uber, the hotel distance, the timing. Those can all come from someone who does not plan well. The brunch is different. You do not seat someone at a table and allow your friends to ignore her for an hour while you laugh about how bad the weekend has gone. That requires actively letting it continue. Dallas was watching it happen and laughing. That is not a miscommunication. There is also the thing she said about having predicted this. She said from the moment she first met him on the show, she had a feeling that if they ever got close, he was going to go out of his way to embarrass her. She cannot fully explain the feeling. She just had it. And then she got on a plane to Dallas, and it happened exactly the way she had anticipated. That is not nothing. The gut feeling arrived before the brunch table, and the bria, and the laughing, and it described all of it accurately. She went anyway, which she also owns, but she went knowing something was going to be off. And it was. He called when she landed home and said he needed to sit with it and would give her a call. She said she did not want another conversation. She also said she might never want to go back to Dallas or date a Dallas man. She is probably joking about the last part. But a man who watches someone get called the wrong name at a table he arranged and then needs time to consider whether an apology is appropriate has already answered the question. The hospital story is the kind where every detail matters because every detail changed what was happening. Kay needed a doctor's note for his program. He asked her to come with him to the hospital. She said yes. He told the intake staff his stomach hurt. They gave him a drink to assess the situation. The drink turned a fake complaint into a real one. Whatever was in it, by the time he finished it, he was in actual pain and could not walk. He was admitted. She stayed the whole night. Was there through the monitoring, through everything, did not leave. The backstory. 2 weeks in, she had found out that the woman who lived at Kay's mom's house, whose own mother had passed, and whom Kay's mom had taken in, had been with Kay for 2 years. Kay said it was not like that. She just lived there. The relationship was over. He could control what happened in that house. Cool. She had her own house. They were kicking it. She had already had multiple physical altercations with this woman before the hospital night because the woman wanted to fight every time she saw her. Kay told his mom when the mom called, "My girlfriend is here. Tell old girl not to come with the drama." His mom said the woman just wanted to bring the kids to see him before going south. It was not about anything. He said fine. While he was still on the phone with his mom, her best friend called. She invited the best friend up because she was going to be there a while. Best friend arrived in 10 minutes. Everything was settled. Then he was hungry. She offered to run across the street to the Chinese spot. She and best friend went. 20 minutes. She walked back in with the food, and the woman was in the room with the kids. Kay's sister was also there. The sister was close with the woman, considered her a sister, and had not liked her from the start. She walked up to Kay and kissed him, put her things down, turned around, got snuck. The hospital room became a fight. She looked over, and the sister had best friend pinned to the second bed with her full body weight holding her down. Security came in and broke it up. Kay was in his hospital bed, ripping IVs out of his arm. The both sides of Kay is that he did what he could from a bed. He told his mother not to bring the woman. He was sick and connected to monitors and could not physically prevent anyone from coming through a door. He had also been managing a situation where two women were both inside something without either having the full picture. The woman who walked in believed she had standing in that room. So did the woman who had spent the night. Kay had told each of them things that made them both right. The ripped IVs and the fight in the hospital room are what happened when two situations that were never going to coexist get put in the same room at the same time. The hair client situation runs on a different track, but lands in the same place. Friend of a friend. Kendra had been out with her before, multiple occasions, knew her well enough not to treat her like a stranger. The woman asked for a squeeze-in. Wig install, middle part, red curls. Kendra said yes. Deposit was $20. The woman sent $18 because she did not feel like going to the bank. Kendra said fine. The total was $125 for the install, plus $25 for the curls, minus the $18 already paid. $132 owed at the appointment. The appointment went perfectly. Hair came out exactly right. The client was in tears, telling Kendra nobody had ever done her hair this well. Kendra was happy with it too. Client happy, stylist happy, everything good, except Kendra, in a departure from her usual practice, put the money on the desk and went to the bathroom without counting it first. This is the one time, she says. This would have never happened with any other client because she always takes the money before. She counted it after the woman left. $100, $30 short, or $32, if you count the fact that the deposit was $18 and not $20 to begin with. She texted the client. Client said she thought the deposit was coming off the install price, so it was fine. She just owed a bit more. She asked to pay back Friday because she had just paid her insurance. Friday came, and the client did not text first. Kendra reached out. Client said there was something going on with her bank. She was handling it. Then, no response. 2 more texts from Kendra over the next several days. Nothing back. More than a week after the appointment, Kendra followed up again. At some point, the client cussed her out for following up. Then the client posted a money spread on her story, $2,000 to $3,000 fanned out on camera. Kendra responded to the story and asked for her money. The both sides of the client situation is that deposit miscommunications with friends of friends who use different stylists with different pricing structures are real. The first conversation could have been a genuine misunderstanding of how the deposit applied. What it is not is a misunderstanding when you have posted a money spread and are not responding to someone asking for $30 for work you said made you cry happy tears. At that point, it is a decision. The hair is still held on her head, and it still costs what it costs. The detail about the money spread is the one that closes it. She is not posting a money spread because she does not have $30. She is posting a money spread because she has decided the $30 is not a priority. That is a choice about how you see the person you owe it to, not a choice about what is available. All 3 of these women showed up. Drea got on a plane. She spent the night in a hospital and came back the next morning with Chinese food. Kendra did the hair so well the client was in tears. what each of them was showing up for, and what the person on the other end understood them to be showing up for were not the same things. Drea was showing up as someone worth considering. Dallas was showing up with an audience that included her. She was showing up as the person who holds it down when things get hard. Kay was in a hospital bed, managing the distance between two situations that were finally running out of room. Kendra was showing up as someone who does excellent work. The client was showing up to a service she planned to underpay for and then disappear from. Dallas laughed. Kay ripped out his IVs and went off from the bed. The client posted her money spread. Those 3 moments are the clearest read on where each person actually was, while the other person was fully present. She flew all the way out. She stayed the whole night. She did the hair. All 3 showed up completely. The question at the end of each story is what showing up completely meant to the person on the other end. The answers were not the same as the showing up. That gap is where all 3 of these stories live and where they end.